Hello. Guess I'm late. Dinner took a little longer, and then some file transfers I started were still going, and I thought they were going to be done, so I had to pause them. Jelly was saying late before even minutes ago. Normally I have it so that chat starts up early, even if I'm still prepping on the screen, but because of that audio issue, and I think that the resolution has been starting the software last compared to everything else, I have not had the chat up from earlier. I wish that I could just keep the software running in the background like 24/7, just then if anybody popped into chat, it would just pop up on there. Well, is it that my audio is lower than the ads? Because normally that's done on purpose. The television always did that too, where the ads would come on and something you'd have to jump to get the remote to turn things down, but they did that purposely because they assumed that you should listen to these ads, so we're going to turn the volume up, and they also assume you're probably going to walk away, so we want to make sure you hear it in another room. A lot of times when you had ads come on, you're like, oh, I got 2 minutes, I'm gonna go use the bathroom quick. That type of stuff. No, when ads are quiet and then you get one that's blistering loud. Oh, so yeah, from ad to ad, that is Twitch's fault. Yeah, that should be balanced. Actually, it should just be balanced in general. There should be a setting in some of this. Maybe it's just not worth it to them to invest in it, but you should have something where you can say auto balance audio. And it just says, well, I guess maybe it takes time to analyze that, but there's something called LUFS. I can't remember. It's like a loudness factor, and it will basically not just look at peaks, but overall loudness. And I can't remember the value I used when we're doing podcast stuff. I thought it was like 14 or 16 LUFS or something. There's a specific value that I was targeting, and you can then tell it to balance down to this LUF number, and it just makes it so that every time you open and listen to that audio, it's always the same loudness overall. It still allows certain peaks to be a little louder and whatever, but overall it should sound the same. Or was it 30? I can't remember how the LUFS numbers work. Stupid ads being done all the time. Yeah, so I was actually looking because we had some of those streams before that had ads playing. So I went and looked. I'm like, okay, is it even worthwhile to have ads run? And what was it? Well, Overwatch didn't have that many people on that stream, but even the last one, I think we played 2 ads. And I think it added up to 20 cents. 20 cents. If you triple that to the 3 minutes an hour and then you increase the split, technically I could it would probably bring in 80 to 90 cents to go to 3 minutes an hour. It's is that worth it? No. It's stupid. It's so stupid. It was actually kind of good that we did that for a couple days just so I could get the numbers and then verify it for sure that it is worthless. For me, if you had like 2,000 people per stream, that would be completely different. But at that point, I'm thinking still your audience is always going to probably provide more than the ads will. But Twitch doesn't. Well, Twitch just gets some of it. They take half of this. Twitch is all these online companies are just losing money. Very few of these like media companies out there are actually making a profit. Anyways, hello. Not a sell, but 20 cents is 20 cents. 20 cents so that to interrupt people's experience overall. No, it's not about the 20 cents. It's if you were to play like 3 minutes of ads per hour, you're going to lose some of your audience, and that's not good either. So 20 cents is not worth it. If it was like for 30 seconds an hour, if it was like $1, sure, but it's nowhere near that. Significantly less, 1/5 or less. Anyway, we're gonna deviate from the other video for a bit, and we're gonna work on more overlay stuff. I've got all of the let's see how all of these have been rendered. So like, yeah, see, they're all done. It's transparent. It's just, you don't see it that way. But we need, so I got a bunch of bit ones, and I still want to add more bit ones, but not at this moment. We need to do replace 2 more overlays. One is new follower, and the other is new sub. So right now, the ones that I have for that, I still have it over. Yeah, are just the Rathalos Cool and the Rathian Bark. Need Maniacal Laughter. That's one I definitely had to find the audio. Derpy in a sub. Just gonna make a, I don't know, is it like that Blue Ocean or whatever thing too soon? I don't think so. But hello.
Oh, got my chair and everything.
Well, I didn't put it where you can move it where you want, but
Yeah. I scoot over.
look, I got the pictures up.
Yeah, 20 horses.
Yeah, it's over there. Actually, I've been trying to figure out some other stuff in this room. I was going around the whole basement, like trying to figure out, because it's colder, where cold is coming in, and I found a ton of spots that I need to work on.
It is a little colder right now.
Yeah, well, this is where I want to start locking things
Might get
down.
snowed in Monday.
Yeah. 3 days of nonstop snowing. Though they were talking like 17, 18 inches at one point. Now they're down to like 8 to
Still
12.
a foot.
Yeah, it's reduced. So,
Yeah.
but we're going to be working on another overlay. Probably Derpies.
Okay, good.
Because Derpy's doing the bits, but these are
So I realized I forgot
maybe.
the cage again.
what?
Because I realized at work today I forgot the cage again. I need to fix that cage.
Oh no, that is such a small part of that video that it's,
Yes.
you could have it finished in 6 months and it'd be fine. No, we need to do follower and sub overlays.
Like submarine?
No, like subscription.
Could she be riding in a
They
submarine?
said that too.
Oh yeah.
But the problem with the submarine is having a specific model that allowed you to see her.
A yellow submarine. Needs to be up the top.
No, most submarines don't have a window.
No, she's gonna be up top. She's gonna be a little submarine. She's gonna be driving it. Like toot toot. Great. By the way, I got some. I looked. I didn't see the new cream ale thing from Indeed, but I got picked up some Castle Danger cream ale.
Those are pretty decent. Yeah.
I figured you would bring.
They're not, Indeed's cream ales are very specific. Like
Yeah.
I've had other ones that and they tend to be very hoppy, but Castle Danger's cream ales actually be pretty good.
Yeah, they're upstairs. If you want one.
I also have some honey's honey down here. So I'm doing this and then I'm gonna grab a honey's honey. Anyway, I can see what we have for a sub.
Be a beetle.
Oh, that's a nice house.
Yeah, I'm gonna move there.
Ooh. I'm gonna guess those are individual models.
Rooms, though.
No. Well, so I like things like this a lot for doing video stuff because you can plan out in a house and whatever and have people in it. The problem with it is certain camera shots are really difficult when a wall's in the way, but you can just play with the Z-Near to cut out stuff. But even then, it's still not great. But it's nice having these it's actually a very nice built. Oh, that's actually a really nice house.
They probably based it off of like their home or something.
That
surprised me.
That is a very nice house. Like the built-in wall thingies, which I think are kind of cool, but also I feel like why?
Yeah, you could have just used the space.
Yeah, you could have just put shelves there, and they would have taken up more or been larger. It's a nice aesthetic.
Yeah,
but
permanent built-in shelves. Yeah.
Kind of. That's in a way kind of what I did down here. They ain't moving
a little bit. Well, you could move them if you really wanted to, but it would be a huge hassle.
I haven't looked at these in a little bit. So I do want more skibbity.
I'm upset that I even know what that is now.
Oh, more skibbity.
Hey, these aren't even models.
More skibbity.
Why? These aren't even like actual models.
Oh, more skibbity.
Cobbled together nonsense.
Look at all this skibbity.
Oh, I think art is dead.
It's corn.
It's corn. That's more skibbity too, and more skibbity. That's what I'm reckoning.
Okay. That looks familiar.
Hello, legendary sunset kite and newfound brony. How y'all doing?
There we go.
Yeah,
wasn't it? We were thinking about having her eat a sub sandwich.
Yeah, that's what it was. And didn't you start that?
No, I didn't. Don't think I did much. But now that it's mentioned, I don't know if I made a file for it. I would have called it sub or something. So I think we thought about it, but we didn't start it.
I remember having long conversations.
Yeah, I mean, there is that submarine, but again, it's like, I don't know. Okay, even if we did like the sub sandwich,
let's take that sub and like make it very important as well.
I don't know what that is, but
I think it's the Uber.
I swear that they had that one that had that horrible thing happen recently.
Oh, really?
I swear that someone made a model of that. Forgot what it was called though. I don't know if submarine's gonna work because I can't put her in it, and if I put her on it,
you give her one to play with as a toy. And then she go.
I don't know if that celebrates a new subscriber. It's a pun, but if you want to see it multiple times over and over and over again,
have her eating the sub, but you gotta have her take a bite out of the sub.
She can just be angry with the sub. We did it with the cookie.
Yeah, I know. It's like almost frustrating not watching her not bite.
What if we do the Gen 5 approach and she just eats the whole sub?
Yeah, that is what Gen 5 would do, except with the macaroons. It's the one food they actually
that has a single model with one bite taken out of it.
So they eat macaroons all the freaking time because it's the only food they can actually eat in the whole show.
Hello, Rasputin. You guys better than me. Nobody's better than anybody else. I dropped my nachos. I'm gonna guess nachos. So big sets. Oh, well, the worst. The dropping nachos it's the one thing. If you lost your nachos, and you probably made a mess.
Yes.
So yes, that is bad. The Titan. Yeah, wait, I want to check.
I still remember the one episode in G5 where Alpha Biddle was feeding Queen Haven cheese, and he just gives her an entire wedge of cheese, which she shoves into her mouth and just immediately disappears. And it's just like, holy crap!
Yeah, see, oh, look at all this toilets. There's so much skibbity.
Why though?
So much skibbity.
They're not even actual. They were never when they were making them. I'm pretty sure they didn't make the models. They just cobbled together crap and freaking Gmod.
Yeah, that welcome to most of what is on SFM. It's models that other people extracted from other things.
It's not even extracting, it's creating a model that didn't exist to make reference to a show that just uses cobbled together Gmod models.
Yeah, I see it, but I swear somebody made it. Anyway, yeah, so we can, okay, I probably should grab
Literally
a file that doesn't have Derpy broken.
It's not broken, it's just
let's grab Derpy with the cookie. Where's...
Should have gone to bed before 1:30 last night.
I went to bed at 1.
Did you? Mm-hmm. Did you just lounge around the house all day?
I was at work yesterday.
Today? I say yesterday?
You said, yeah, well, yesterday's when you slept. Did you sleep till 1 o'clock tonight? Or what?
I don't, I'm so tired. I probably said yesterday.
Where's Cookie Derpy?
Guys, post Cookie Derpy, help him find it.
Derpy Bark.
I like that one. I don't remember it, but I like it. Little puppy.
Actually, what the hell is this?
Wait, no, that's that file you were never supposed to look at again. What?
Oh, I already know what this is.
You? There's baby. There's Cookie Derpy. I found her.
I don't know what this is.
Oh.
Do you remember now?
Yes. That you didn't release. You were gonna release both of them, but you didn't.
I forgot what this is. We're gonna run it back. Yes.
Amazing.
That was a long time ago.
Didn't feel that long ago. Everything within the last 7 years just happened yesterday, as far as I'm concerned.
Well, where did Cookie Derpy go? We didn't call it Cookie Derpy. I started calling these like corner underscore something, but I think it was before. I had to put Cookie in the name. And probably Derpy. And if it's not under a D or C, I don't know what it is.
It's that Michael Derpy muffin brush.
No, we're not gonna muffin bush.
Muffin bush. Oh no.
That's a no.
Oh,
nope. This is a big Derp. I love the music. It's the best part. Where's Cookie Derpy? Is this voice impression, raid, ghost fact, face hoof, all the bits don't count. Where did I put Cookie Derpy?
You just need to let that one where I have the horses kissing.
Did I accidentally? I wouldn't be surprised if like I accidentally saved over it.
Yeah, it would still been called the same file, right? Name wouldn't have changed.
I'm gonna double check. No, if I would have accidentally done it, I would have just renamed the file and then saved it was whatever the new one was. Let's see. Oh wait.
You murdered Cookie Derpy.
I do need to clear this out. I haven't done a manual reset on this in a while.
I think I just need to make coffee and just mix it with whiskey.
Yeah, I don't see it in here either, so I don't know if I ever... This is missing some... No, I think it's got...
Maybe you just didn't call it Derpy or Cookie.
Because these are fairly recent. These are like 2022. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Did you call
it's got to be somewhere.
What's it for again? Oh, it's just,
you know what? I bet you that's other. That's that one. I bet you I put it under something else. I thought maybe under there.
It was like one of the first ones you did, so maybe it went under other.
Well, others where I have everything for those. I almost needed to make a separate folder for it though, because it's kind of like a lot of a good fourth of these are just overlaid. Corner BTS. No, those are all corner bits. So this is just the standard keyboard. I didn't name it keyboard because it's the original one. Well, that's fine. I will load in. We'll do socks and juice boxes instead. I wouldn't be surprised if socks and juice boxes is the one that accidentally overwrote it. But again, I would have saved it as a different name. So yeah, I'm not sure.
No, this is definitely.
Oh, this is socks and juice boxes.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Look at there, we got the socks.
Socks. You should eat the sandwich with the socks too.
Okay, I'm gonna set this again. I am using blue instead because it does seem to work better.
You book your pony for the arm.
And it looks better with the camera too, because like the camera when it's like got the green there, it makes us all look like we have jaundice.
No, yeah.
I don't like that.
It's just predicting the future.
But everything's already blue back there, so it actually works pretty good. A month of work gone. No, I don't think it's a month. I don't think it's a month of work. I worked on a project last time I went to work on. I discovered that I somehow managed to replace the file and back up with another separate first file. It's actually for that reason that I have it set up where, and based on the, well,
I just open the file of a folder and then type in the word cookie.
I could.
Dude, computers these days, they got these search things.
Windows search kind of sucks though.
It does. It used to be better.
Yeah, it's already it didn't find anything.
Windows 7. It was like boom.
No, I have it set up where everything that is in my, I think it's my user mod folder. I have it where Windows does a backup every day, and so at the end of the day, it will look through, find any files that are different, and send those to my server. And that's where in here.
See you, Newfound Brownie.
See you later. If I go into here, this is Steam ads, comments, social maker, game. Did I actually? Oh, actually, I must have made a backup of everything in here. My entire SFM is backed up, apparently, or anything in game anyway. But I can go into here then and say like this is the Better Call Saul animation. I can see here's my update from 6.7, 6.10, 6.14. Those are stream dates. And then like bad fan fiction updates. The cliche. This is why I need to clean some of these out. These are from 2022. Mm-hmm. These are supposed to only be held for 6 months, but it never auto cleans. So I've been meaning to tell it to go purge. because I could probably clear out a few gigs of actually at this point I'm thinking almost a few terabytes of storage.
Yeah, it honestly wouldn't surprise me if the Cookie Derpy isn't one of the Michaels in charge.
But no, this is done this way so that I can, if for some reason I did something wrong, and I've done it before, where I open the file and it doesn't work anymore, or I overrode something, I can go and grab the previous version or the version before that or the version before that, and then try to find out where it was broken and then grab the things that are fixed out of that. It saved me a few times. It takes up a ton of space on the server, trust me, but it's very helpful.
I do remember you doing Socks and Juice Boxes right after Cookie, and it appears Socks and Juice Boxes was finished on the 19th of last year, December last year. So if you sorted them by date, you'd probably find it.
I guess this is relevant. We want to know where Cookie Derpy went.
Where is Juice Box Derpy? It should be right under that. Wonder
Derpy Boop.
That is about the right time. That is roughly the correct timeline for when.
Do you remember making a Derpy Boop?
I don't.
I'm thinking that we had. I'm just gonna save this one as. I bet you it's the naming. I bet you Derpy Boop is. Corner. Derpy Boop. I bet you this is it. It just was a bad name. Yep, it is. It says there's a model called Cookie Lord Chunks.
Found it.
There's Cookie Derpy.
Dress Derpy. What's that? I saw a word that said Dress Derpy. Their version of Derpy.
So I think what we were originally going to do was a Derpy Booping thing, and then we changed it, but I just kept the name.
Yeah.
So I renamed it, so we're all good. Here's a really weird part. The file that's saved has an extension for the first software, but I can only open it in the second software. You can check the file person has the same extension. So if you're looking at any files in Source Filmmaker and you're in your DMX folder or whatever, and you see DMX autosave or .bak, they're identical files. The extension is just a separation, but they are identical. So if you have a file that is .bak, just change it to .dmx and it will work. Autosave is the same way. All that extension is saying is that when the file opens, if it sees two with the same name with an autosave, it assumes that there's an autosave, so it will ask to load that instead. Otherwise, they're exactly the same. If I were to change this to .dmx, it would actually load perfectly fine.
So that it changes stuff back to autosave.
No, I hit escape.
Oh, okay.
No, otherwise it would have said, are you sure you want to do that? It's actually one of those reasons that I have extensions always shown, because it's really handy to know those things. I do go through every now and then and clear some of them out because it gets a little annoying having, like, sometimes I get a backup. I don't know when the .bak files pop up. I might be on a crash or something, but
Backups, yeah.
Well, they're a backup, but they there's nothing that triggers to get rid of them. So they literally just survive forever. And then if you need another backup, does it overwrite that one? Like, I don't know how all that works. It's goofy, but I had a ton of those. But yeah, if you ever have an autosave, or this is a big one, like here, it says that this is from 9.12, but the autosave is 9.11. So in this case, I know that my current version is the more recent. But if you're unsure which one to open, just rename this one to like a different name, like as to face like 5, like blah blah blah, then rename autosave to DMX, and then technically it won't overwrite your autosave or delete it when you open it, and therefore you have both copies forever and you can verify which one you want to have.
See you, Rasputin.
Hard one, lost Derpy. I don't know if you guys are... Okay, see you later, Rasputin. It's funny, earlier today, Mike or Adam was like, so later today, we should probably shovel the driveway. So let me know before you do, and I'll go out there and help you. I'm like, okay, well, you're telling me to go out there and do the driveway with you, but okay, it's like literally whatever.
Yeah.
So the day just goes on, and then like 4 hours later, he walks out and he's like, "I told you to let me know when you're gonna shovel." I'm like,
it just melted.
Like, he just went on a rant. He's like, "I said to tell me when you do it." I'm just sitting there and I'm like, I haven't went outside at all today. He like
just melted because it was a little warmer.
Because it was the pavement was warm enough that it could warm.
That's
and then but I'm like, afterwards I'm like, why did I tell you that? I could have just made you feel really bad about not helping me. But yeah, he just went to rant. I'm like, I'm not gonna interrupt. I'm gonna let you finish. I want you to feel bad and like kind of be angry at me for no reason.
He probably feels like he wasn't helping enough. I don't know.
Michael.
Yeah. No, don't take away our juice. Well, that's Kumomato. No, her socks. She's nude.
Well, she's perfectly okay with it.
Why do you use Derpy to hurt me?
We haven't a juice box.
Your hooves are cold now.
See, now she got a juice box. So can't get my juice box.
Yay.
I'm happy. Oh yeah, she's happy about it. But then she gets sad again.
It's like
that's
just my pony.
What's wrong? She's like, I don't know how to get in the juice box.
You gotta sniff the juice.
Sniff the juice.
Sniffs the juicy goodness in there.
Oh, so she needs to get into it. So she's
I've drank out of a juice box when I was a kid without the straw.
Oh yeah, he poked the hole in the top and just suck it out.
Or you just squeeze it or suck it out or whatever.
That's what she said. I'm gonna guess that Derpy's position here is this is still not Derpy relevant. Look at her, she's like, I've got a juice box. I can't smell.
Yeah, she just
she's kind of high.
You messed up.
Just shoves it into her head. You know where juice boxes go? Your eye socket.
Young cardboard. No, she took on and turned G5. They got big cheeks.
Michael, I was talking about a bee.
I see that. Gonna take you to hospital.
No, Michael.
Please.
Michael.
You know, this is just torture for me, right? But again, I'm sure you do, because that's why you,
Michael.
Going, there's nothing I can do.
Michael. It hurt. It. I can't feel it no more.
See, you be one of the people making them AU fan fictions where the ponies are just like dying horrible deaths.
What is this? Anyway.
Learn about all the juice.
I was hoping to find something better, but I think I'm just gonna load into Derpy. Okay.
You know what the great thing is? If Monday is absolutely completely untravelable, I actually just straight up pretty much get the day off. My boss is gonna want me to like be by the phone to answer the phone, but I'll answer the phone and it'll just be like, yeah, I want to help you, but if I'm not at my desk, really hard.
That's what she said.
Huh.
Yeah, at work they said they're talking about stuff, but our group is already doing work from home Mondays. Depends on what Tuesday looks like too. But
Tuesday's probably gonna be a little rougher. It depends how warm it is and how much salt they put down.
Thing is,
if it's gonna be in the 20s,
I don't think it's gonna be salt. Everything's so dry and if it's freezing or rain stuff and we're playing with temperatures, I don't know if there's a large enough volume. I don't know if they're ever going to have enough ice or enough salt put down that isn't just going to be washed away, and things are going to back up because it's so dry.
No, they probably have some to spare.
I was only going into Tuesday a little bit. I thought it was going to be more into Tuesday. Originally, it said a lot more on Tuesday. It slowed down. Looks like it's starting really late Saturday, though.
Yeah, so pretty much Saturday's the only time that's going to be worth going out.
It's going to be so messy because they're saying 39 to 30 is the temp range for Monday when we're getting the snow, which means most of it's going to be above the temperature ever so slightly. So it's just going to be mush.
Yeah,
it's going to be that super. It's the snow that's great for making snowmen, but it's horrible for everything else. I like the snow at like 10 degrees because it's nice and fluffy and blows around and gets out of your way.
No, yes, but the snow at like 32 melts easy.
Yeah, and at this point, sure, but like I told you, March is the snowiest month.
You're right.
And then for this year, we're actually getting 2/3 of our snow in like one weekend. All right, so we got. Let's see if we can find that sub.
What is that from? I don't recognize. Oh, that's Left 4 Dead 2, isn't it? Isn't it?
No, that's Fallout.
Oh, that must have been one they didn't use. I don't recognize that at all.
It looks like a zombie beefcake.
It looks like something from Fallout 3. What was it?
Most of the models I have are from Fallout 3.
Oh, okay. So it might be
Doesn't
from,
mean it is, but
the Lookout Point. Yeah, it kind of reminds me of something from Lookout Point. That's a good stick. That's a good cage.
I've used one before, but it wasn't one I was looking for because I wanted one that was hanging.
I can fix that.
Okay, so I'm pretty sure I downloaded that sub from. There we go.
You gotta take the meat off. Horse.
Can't. Well, kind of. I
could recolor it.
To what?
To cheese.
To cheese?
Yeah.
No, this isn't meat.
What is it? It's like ham to me.
It's paper mache.
Derp eats it and is horrified because she knew that pig's name. Like he was a friend.
This actually looks like a pretty good sandwich.
Yeah.
So it's got provolone.
Putting the lettuce.
That doesn't look like ham. That looks more like a bologna. It's a very flat
same animal.
Pink. Yeah, but bologna's a. My bologna has a first name, and it's OSCAR.
It's like it's Emma. That's weird. That's the same name as the neighbors.
But wait,
I haven't seen them in a week.
And doesn't it go like then my bologna is a second name, and then you're like, you mean the last name? Or is it that you have two first names?
Could be a middle.
Is Oscar Mayer a first and last name, or is it a first and second name? Is Oscar its name and Meyer its screen name?
Maybe it's like a nickname.
Maybe is that what it's like when it goes and plays like Minecraft? It goes on as Meyer, and that's what it's saying. Okay.
Very boring name, but
is that bottom on lettuce?
Yeah, putting the lettuce underneath the bologna is that is a decision. No, I mean it is.
No, I think
bologna. You're right.
Food Theory did a whole thing about like the order of toppings on a sandwich and looking into it, and I think most of their videos are about just describing a one sentence topic and then extending it to 15 minutes, but it actually did get me thinking about how you put things on a sandwich. I always agree that cheese has to touch the meat. I don't care if it's top or bottom. I prefer top, but really it should be. But then what bugs me is if you put lettuce then tomato, you get this like weird slidey layer.
I don't agree that cheese has to touch the meat.
No, I like cheese touching the meat because it melts the cheese. If you don't want, if you want a rawer cheese, then yes, you would keep it more towards the bun.
Yeah.
But no, I don't. I is from there. I was like, I always did, meat, cheese, lettuce, tomato. But now I'm putting tomato underneath the meat, only because by separating the two, the sandwich holds together better.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, lettuce and tomato makes this like super slick layer. When the tomato at the bottom, I think actually tastes better.
Are you aware of a product called bologna rope? It was all over Kentucky.
Twitch is a family-friendly environment. Michael.
No. I had a coworker who that's all she would eat for lunch back in Kentucky, was that she had a big jar. It was sold in like these big old jars of bologna rope, and she would just like cut off like a piece of the rope, and that would be her lunch. So I can firmly say that my lunch of just ramen noodles is at least not just bologna rope. You should type in bologna rope sometime. It's fascinating.
No.
No, that's not how she should hold that sandwich. It's derpy. She needs to eat it from the side. No, that's Lulu.
And no fit. Well, no, she can't take a bite out of the sandwich.
No, but she can like hold it like a dog might hold it, like a chew toy.
If we were to like, I think it would be cool if we could have her taking bites out of the sandwich, but normally the rule of 3 applies, which means you would need to have 4 versions of the model with bites taken out, and I don't think you want to do that.
I do kind of though.
To make bite looks.
Yeah, I can do that. That's something within my wheelhouse.
It would be. Oh, it's big. Oh, she's trying to find the foods. She wants the booze. That's what it is. No, I think that it would be too bad because you don't need to make actual like concave bites. It's just straight circles cut.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be amazing or not, because it'd usually be bite, bite, bite.
You want to put this one off, and then I can put together a bite one.
Where's my cage?
It's done. It was working. It broke. I'm fixing it.
I think that this model, the only thing that might be difficult is you'd have to play with the textures, but being that all the textures are flat, means it's super easy.
I could very easily do bites. You hear that, G5 animators? It's not hard. It's not hard at all.
They had a different level of detail they were going for with stuff.
Whatever.
And I don't care about the details because I don't have to have it viewable from all angles. The sandwich is always going to have the bite shown away, so even the textures on it don't really matter that much. As long if they're matching the product that they are with, great. But really, it's just going to be straight, like couple round cuts to imply like full bite straight through parallel, and then whatever.
It will be easy. Easy, G5 animators. You were getting paid to do that job. She didn't have to eat that whole wedge of cheese in one bite.
So instead we can do a follower then. So she got no more sandwich, Derpy.
She can still eat the sandwich, right?
So we can pretend she ate it. And like Derpy,
you just have her eat the whole thing in one bite, G5 style. So just have it go into her mouth. Long way.
So we can just ask Derpy, like, Derpy, did you? Like, Derpy, did you get to eat your sandwich? And she's like, no. You're supposed to be sad when you say that. You can be sad. There you go. Yes. No, I didn't eat my sandwich. Now she's looking all dejected.
Get her sandwich. Why don't you give her sandwich?
Because Michael said he was going to do something with it. Is that going to have my sandwich? I haven't eaten in 20 minutes. I'm starving to death here.
It's pretty rough.
I need my bologna rope.
Oh no. Derpy eating bologna rope would be kind of amazing. Like, you should actually just look up bologna rope for those who don't know. It is an amazing product.
Do you have any heavy voice lines for sandwich? Yes, actually, definitely. There's a lot of voice lines for sandwich. But I don't know if I'll use any because sub and follower are going to be ones that are probably going to pop up more repeatedly, and I don't like the idea of like constantly hearing Heavy talk about sandwiches. So for sub too, I'm gonna probably make a modification to it. Probably make two of them. One is first time sub, so then it's just eating a single sub. But then there's repeat sub, and I might have more subs.
You gotta have her just eat the sub in one bite.
Or she might eat two, like multiple subs.
Or swallow it.
Or first time subs, she takes one bite, and then if it's a repeat sub, she gets more than one bite. But yeah, but nonetheless, three bites plus base, so
it's
it's
a
four.
small horse to put away a whole sub.
But okay, so for follow then, what do we want to do? It doesn't have to be Derpy. It could be anybody, but
have like Trixie jump on Starlight's back, and it could be like, "What's up?" All fun, playful, happy.
or like a cage comes up and captures Derpy.
Like, we could do something fun and cute.
You see that, but if it was a Derpy in real life, you'd be like, "Get in my cage."
Yes.
Can we have a shining armor? He has follow vibes.
He does not.
I could see him being like, I could see Pip.
Little Pip?
No, like Princess Pip.
Oh yeah, because she get followers.
But animating her is kind of a bitch compared to everybody else.
Yeah.
Plus, I think it's very different than everybody else.
Plus, she smells.
Just because, are you making fun of short people?
What? No. I was making fun of the commercial.
Oh, Les Peep.
Just Princess smells.
No, I thought you could do like a follow on a phone type thing. You could even show the phone,
Yeah.
but I don't know if I want to use her.
It'd be fun.
No.
You'd hate yourself.
Bowling rope is nothing more than pickled hot dogs.
Pretty much.
Eh.
What bologna rope is. It's a big rope of just pickled hot dog meat.
So for follow, I'm okay with it just being like, maybe just Derpy's just gets really excited. Like it doesn't have to be anything fancy. She just comes up and she's just like, yay, or something.
Just push her face against the screen.
No, we already have that. It's called Big Derp. Oh, we need to do Little Derp too.
You need to do kissing derps?
No, you've done that many times.
Yeah. You haven't made it into an emo yet.
We could have just Derpy come up and dance.
Yeah.
Because we have the happy dance.
You do. You could just do the happy dance.
Yeah, because I feel like that would probably be one of the... It'd be easy, simple, and work. Oh,
it's a rumbling.
Because you eat cheese, and cheese?
No. Pasta's great. I love just cheese and cold pasta.
It's pasta filled with cheese on top with extra cheese. That is what was made.
And then like the spinach that was cooked like a half hour before I get home, so it's cold.
It was like 15 minutes.
You cannot reheat spinach.
It was like 15 minutes, but I'm like, because he was like putting it off, and it was like 10 minutes before stream. I'm like, I kind of need to eat before stream starts.
Yeah.
So, all right, we'll do Derpy. I don't think I can load it to a specific area, can I?
I think I have a few things for this weekend, which is good because we do have a lot of leftovers.
Yeah. This is Happy Dance. I'm looking for Happy Dance. Oh, it doesn't work that way.
Wing poke.
Oh, yeah. Our wings are fixed. The original had animation to the wings, I believe. Oh no, they were open wings. I really don't like playing with the or having animated open wings for these like corner ones, because it kind of just leaves like a lot of stuff flopping out of screen, and I have to extend it. The tighter I can make the video, it's significantly smaller file size.
Like wear a male mare outfit in this one? You've never done anything with her like being the male mare.
I don't know if there's a model for that.
There's gotta be. The fandom could not have gone this long without making a outfit for Derpy in her male suit. Whatever you call that, uniform.
Male suit.
Or uniform.
I thought you didn't like males.
Like this male mare. One of the little boys.
No, I recently cleared some of like my history, and it used to be I could just start typing words and it would autocomplete to the things I go to often.
No, just look at real ponies. They're pretty cool. Not as cool, but I got nothing against them. She's got a daring derpy box.
Daring dupe.
Daring dupe.
She got a daring dupe outfit.
Just took a daring dupe's outfit and put it on Derpy, and then re-released it as its own model. That is lazy.
Apples.
Yeah.
Apples.
I want credit for things. You got a voice impression. Pinkie Pie Wonderbolts rap. I'm gonna go grab a beer. Do you need anything else?
Yes.
Do you want a honey sunny?
Sure.
Okay. 5 seconds.
Pinkie Pie Wonderbolt rap. This is a song about the Wonderbolts. You know they're not nothing rhymes with bolts. Bolts, dolts. Yeah, Wonderbolts are a bunch of dolts, and their moms are sad because they're broke. Ah, I did it. Do you understand?
What the hell is that? It wasn't even rapping.
It's rapping.
Rapping at least has rhythm.
Halt is not a word. Catapults. The Wonderbolts, they can't even fly. They gotta use catapults, and they're a bunch of dolts, and the feathers fell off because they went molten.
I mean, you're rhyming eventually.
I am running on 5.5 hours.
DJ Ramble here.
After a 9-hour workday. I gotta do Pinkie Pie.
See, that's a decent head. I mean, it's a little bit more than I'd probably want.
You'd yell at me for that?
No, well, okay. Yours is when the foam goes down to here.
Somehow.
Oh, look at there's Derpy's box.
Yes, Derpy's box specifically. No other ponies are allowed in that box.
This pack only contains the box model, no Derpy.
What? False advertising. It's just a box.
This is Bearded Dude guy. Like,
it's just a box.
Yeah, he does some fancy stuff.
It's pretty fancy.
No, I do think. Oh no, I didn't throw the can away. This is Honey's. Honey's. Oh, stop looking at my face. Stop looking at Michael's face.
My face is beautiful.
There it go. Now it should focus. Yeah, there we go. So it's a peanut butter and honey golden ale, which is a really weird mix, but it was actually pretty good. We had it tastes like breakfast cereal.
I will be the judge of that. It does have a peanut butter jelly sandwich being attacked by a octopus skull monster.
Didn't you when we were at the trivia night? Did you have one?
No.
Oh, because I think me and Kyle, I had 3 of them.
Oh my.
They're so good. They taste like breakfast cereal to me.
Nobody made her mailman. Good.
I don't know. No, try it. If you haven't had these, you've had these before, I think, but
I think so. I get the breakfast cereal.
Yeah. Just give it a sec, though.
No,
it's kind of like
I'm trying to play Switch breakfast cereal.
Almost like a Captain Crunch,
Yeah.
which doesn't make sense for the peanut butter because that's in
I know
there.
they have peanut butter crunch. That's a thing.
That what I think would. I don't know if I've ever had it, but if I could, yeah, that
I
would
would
probably make
place this
sense.
peanut butter crunch.
Cheers, jelly. The taste of this one is like it's very creamy. For how dark it is, it's actually pretty sweet. And when you kind of the longer you let it sit, the sweeter it gets. Well, not in the grass in your mouth, like just letting it ferment.
Stanton. Can you get her a cute hoodie at least?
No.
You gotta have something besides just dancing.
Oh. So what you're saying is that Derpy's not cute on her own.
No, she is. She could just be cuter with accessories. Dress up game. Sad dance.
Why are you turning me up into a prostitute, Michael?
What? I'm just wearing a hoodie.
You just want me to put on clothes so you can take them off.
What? The accusations, man. It would be cute.
What's wrong with her being just derpy? Like on her, she's not cute on her
I
own.
mean, nude?
No, it's not nude until you put on the clothing.
All right, I guess I'll start taking this off. I want to be nude in front of the camera.
There we go, Michael.
Oh, pork chop sandwiches.
Is this when you see somebody putting chili on spaghetti? Is that the face you make?
I hope to get old enough to be like 80 in a retirement home.
You're funny.
Yeah, I know, it's hilarious. But I'd be in the retirement home and there'd just be like a bunch of nurses like running around in their 30s and 20s. And I would just go, oh, and then the rest of the retirees would go, pork chop sandwiches, because that would just be all the same generation. And just people being like, yeah, they lost it years ago. Nobody knows what that's even about. The memes of today, or I guess yesterday, will be the mental illnesses of tomorrow. And I can't wait.
Pork chop sandwiches and were not the same video.
Mm-hmm. No, you're right. See, I told you that mental illness is kicking in. That was body massage.
Yeah, that was body massage. Was the whole.
Oh, I'm mixing them up, man.
See, this is where you and everybody else are gonna look at you and be like, "Did he forget his meds?"
Good thing right now. What does the fox say? Nobody's gonna remember that. Nobody wants to remember that.
I don't know if
That was annoying.
what does
I
the
never liked it.
yeah I don't know if what does the fox say would be, to me at least, memorable from a millennial perspective, which is I think what we're kind of going for on that.
What does the fox say was definitely in the millennial realm, but it was annoying. Gangnam Style was just silly. It was a blip.
Gangnam's, yeah, I don't know if I'd consider Gangnam Style, like in terms of our generation, the memes that I would consider to be the most influential, Rage comics.
I didn't read those.
Though those were definitely our generation,
Yeah.
right smack dab in the middle. Rage comics, motivational poster or demotivational posters.
Those are great. Yeah, I love dark humor.
Those are the main, like the big memes of the day were Rage comics and demotivational posters.
No, that was only a thing in Japan. And then we
Pineapple
were,
Apple Pen. Okay,
mildly aware of it.
that was towards the end of what would be like the prime of ours, but I do remember it. Peanut butter jelly tie, was that our generation?
That was like Gen X.
Was
That was super early internet
Okay.
Gen X. Like, I guess it was kind of ours, but we were all too little to care that much.
Hey,
That's a millennial thing. But they keep making those, so I don't know.
But there's difference between memes and like there's songs and stuff that I remember. I mean, any music that was basically that came out between 1996 and 2004. No, probably 2006. Like all that music is my generation. After that is when it started getting outside.
I'd really freak him out in the retirement home. Everybody do the flop.
That was a good one too. Yes.
Yes.
Do people still T-pose for dominance?
I hope not. I never caught on to that one. It felt a little bit like overly silly.
You do? Yeah, sometimes it is. Well, I was gonna say sometimes it's do it by myself. There's that whole thing of what do they call it, the power pose? Where it's if you're trying to get motivation for something or before a big event or something that you really to kind of give yourself personal motivation about just put yourself in a power pose. And it's so stupid, but at the same time, it's that by presenting yourself in a position of power, it helps you. It's the same reason of like, if you're in a bad mood, forcing yourself to laugh can help because it can still put you in a better mood. And the same thing.
Or it's just a sign you're going insane.
Yeah, a little bit. But I post for dominance unironically. But no, it's the whole thing of like, if you're going to be going in to do something in like a speech in front of people, like to just puff up your chest, stand tall, and like try to do something and like try to get yourself in that position, and by doing such, usually kind of like reinforces it chemically in your body or something.
I feel like I'd just hurt myself. I'd be like, yes, oh my back, and then you're like, oh, that was a mistake. Oh, big derp. Yeah, that's what I need.
There's so many big derps.
Reduce the limit, so there's all big derps now.
Michael, I think there's too many big derps.
There could be more.
Could be more.
Yeah, if we get enough big derps where people are just like typing it in constantly. Oh, Nashi.
Hello.
The pony's being animated.
Yawning.
Can you believe it? Who does that? In the year 2024, it's madness.
In the year of our Lord.
Yes.
How's Nashi doing? Trying to figure out if there's a.
He's doing a report on mental illness and came to the right place. I've never seen it coming. In the year 2000. In the year 2000.
Wow, that was an old reference too.
Well, clearly.
I don't even remember what it's from.
Conan.
The Barbarian?
No. He's old too.
Okay, because I've been watching a ton of Conan stuff, but a lot of, but I'm not. There's too much content.
Well, yeah, he's been doing it since the 90s. There's a lot of content.
I think he was saying the reason he knew to kind of get out and stop doing it was one of the reasons, like Letterman, after doing it 30 years, was done is because they're like, so after a show, they'd sit down and they'd say like, so who was on tonight? And he would not be able to know. Even though the show just aired, just recorded, he could not remember who he just interviewed.
He's
because
so tired.
No, it all blends together. His brain was built into such a programmed loop, and Conan got to a point where he's kind of was like, yeah, I'm getting that too. And so he got out while he still felt it was good. Now but he loves the podcasting. And so he's still been doing a podcast now for like 5-6 years, because instead of doing this like very controlled interview, they don't care. You can swear, you can say whatever you want, whatever. And he loves it way more. I'm doing well. Oh, that's good to hear. How about you two? Doing good. It's the weekend. They can't complain on that. We got snow though.
We get snow.
No middle windows are there, but yeah, we got a bunch of snow, and we're gonna get a ton more.
Finished one of my projects this week, kinda. I'm just waiting on a friend to add a little Easter egg to it. Happy about that, because I need to move on to another project this weekend.
Speaking of which, I have to play. There's a new event in Deep Rock. it's the Easter hunt, which is like, do you want to do egg missions 5 times in a row? But yeah, and the helmets, or the new hat's okay, but I'm so invested in that game, I have to get every hat.
Yeah, snow's great so long as it stays off the road. But if you get enough snow, then it's on the road so much that I don't have to go to work. Then I'm okay with that. It's that in between that I don't like. So we are supposed to get like a foot of snow Sunday night, and then it's just supposed to keep going.
Everybody, well, okay, it depends. Do you live by snow? Because like snow is great. I like if it's the winter, I want snow on the ground.
I don't.
But I not on the roads. I want it on the ground.
No, I would only want it on the ground because I can go out and like do stuff in the backyard when there's not snow everywhere.
But I mean, if it's 10 degrees, you're not going to go outside. You better go outside when it's 70.
I go out plenty.
I probably have a bias since I can't drive. Well, so normally the only time you have to deal with snow is when it's snowing, and for driving purposes. Once the roads are clear, snow being everywhere doesn't matter at that point. But we had like multiple feet of snow last year, and then this year we almost had none. And then March is normally our snowiest month, and we got a couple inches last night, and now remember that was in the sky. I see the moon in this tiny little gap all over here.
Cool.
But now we're getting a foot on Monday, and it's going to be like snow and sleet mix. Normally, if we get a lot of snow, it's a lot colder, and so it's kind of more powdery. This is going to be mush. It's going to be messy. And before, you could be like, well, guess I'm snowed in, can't go to work, and you might have that. But now for me, it's like, oh, you're snowed in, guess work from home. So there's no way you can get away from work anymore.
Watch Fiddler on the Roof. I want to rewatch that since it's got on the Plex.
I was raised in the Rockies. I love snow, but down in the South, people hate snow. Well, so in the Rockies, yeah, you're going to be used to snow, but you're, I there at least you can go back and forth and whatnot. Yeah, the South,
They don't build the roads for it. So
yeah, I remember when I was in trucking, I worked in trucking, Houston, which was one of our locations, had just got a blizzard through there. And they didn't get much snow at all, but because of the temperatures, everything melted but then refroze, so it ended up becoming ice, and the whole city shut down.
Oh yeah,
because infrastructure wasn't built for it, but even more so, people weren't used to it.
That, and it's almost certainly going to be ice at some point or another if it sticks around.
Yeah, and so just everything was shut down. And so like in Minnesota here, we'll get multiple feet and there'll be a blizzard and people are still driving around, but it's because we're like, we can't shut down the whole state for like a month of the year, so we're just gonna have to deal with it. We figure it out, people know what to do. But in other places where they only get it once every 10 years, yeah, makes sense. And snowplows, they have like one.
Yeah, a lot. Back in Kentucky, it wasn't even snowplows, it was dudes with like a plow rigged to the front of their truck who would scrape the road, shooting sparks in every direction while doing so because they weren't regulated or anything. Just going down roads with their pickups and feeling like they were doing a public service, even though they were absolutely destroying the roads in the process. So potholes were always way worse.
Because in the South, they tend to what they call it, they crown the roads.
Yeah.
So that, because then it lets water get off of there more. In Minnesota here, the roads are not curved. They're perfectly flat, which means when it rains, it can pool a little bit and you can have a little bit more hydroplaning issues, but it's not that bad because we don't get all that much rain.
But
it's because then the snowplows can actually plow it. But in the South, if you've got a lot of really crowned roads, snowplows aren't really built to work on that. So yeah, they can go over it, but they're just going to kind of leave large gaps of snow everywhere because the roads are rounded. You did get a ghost fact though.
Oh, ghost fact. If you have a ghost in your house and you want to get rid of it, the best way to get rid of it is to also become a ghost and then fight it. I wouldn't recommend it though. It is the best way to get rid of the ghost, but you'll have a new set of problems. So don't do that. Unless it's like one of those
We
movies.
just give a recommendation and they say, but don't do that.
Don't do that. Well, there is. What movie was it where a guy basically froze himself for a bit so he could become a ghost, so he could fight a ghost? It was the one where with Michael J. Fox, I think. Or no, maybe this isn't thinking. I'm mixing up two different movies. There was one with Michael J. Fox where he saw ghosts.
You're giving me a stroke.
Was that movie just called Ghost? Yeah.
No, Ghost is the one with Whoopi Goldberg.
Oh yeah, you're right. Now, there was one where Michael J. Fox could like see ghosts, and he actually like fought like a ghost. And the guy from Full Metal Jacket was in it. The sergeant dude, he was a ghost, but he basically played the same character.
The Frighteners?
Yeah, that's it. Like that.
Huh. It's actually rated decent.
I know it's a good movie. If you ever see it, pick it up.
No, even if I saw it, I'd just kind of miss it.
Other than Back to the Future, it's my favorite Michael J. Fox film. Yeah.
But yeah,
Good movie.
it definitely looks like Sam Raimi was the director.
It is kind of crazy. Good effects for the time, though. I think one of my favorite characters is apparently you die with whatever you had on you when you died. So there's like this old Western sheriff who died with his pistols on him, so he can use his pistols in the afterlife to shoot other ghosts. And Michael J. Fox that's kind of.
But how does he get
guy.
bullets?
They're infinite. They're ghost bullets.
So if you were wearing,
it's an extra one.
If you were wearing clothing, you took it off, you would get new clothing.
No, the clothing just wouldn't go away.
But when you shoot the bullets go out and go somewhere,
and then they come back.
Okay, so yeah, so if you took the clothing off and threw it, it would come back to you.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah, okay. If you spit on somebody, it would come back to your mouth?
But did you ever watch Scream of the Fireflies?
No.
Well, there's the girl has a little tin that she was buried with of candy, and in the afterlife, that tin is infinite.
But why is it that the tin itself isn't infinite? Only what's in it?
Well,
At what point does the afterlife?
Ghost rules, man.
But at what point does it define that certain things are infinite within a certain context? Because if that is infinite, does that mean that if they threw that box away, they get a new box? But the other box exists.
It's unchanging. It does not change. It cannot change.
It cannot change, which means so that means they can make multiple boxes.
No, because there's only ever one box.
Okay, so if you take a candy out and you put it in your mouth and you immediately open it back in your oven, is that candy still there?
The candy returns to the box.
But what about the one in your mouth?
It's gone.
Well, then you never had a candy.
You're a ghost. You don't care.
But no, why? Yes, you do. You want your damn candy.
You can taste it.
So you have infinite candy that you can't eat.
But they can taste it.
Okay, so they taste it, but as soon as they open it, again, it's gone.
No, it goes back in the tin.
So it's half-eaten candy.
It's not half-eaten. It returns to the state it was in before she.
But at what point? Because when she opens it again?
Yeah.
So she gives somebody candy and then quickly open it again and go, ha ha!
They get to taste it.
No, it's gone already. Like that.
Food is a rarity in the afterlife.
Well, what if you took a bite out of somebody's arm?
Then it would probably just go back to the way it was.
So if we kill everybody, we solve world hunger.
If we all become ghosts?
Yeah. Because you said before, through a ghost fact,
everyone
that there's
dead.
If you're a ghost and you die, you become a ghost for ghosts.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
Speaking of which, Beetlejuice.
Infinite beer?
Yeah.
If you were to die with the beer in your hand, but you died with the one you didn't like.
Oh.
It's like a hoppy beer. You're like, wow, this is a pretty bad beer. And then you got hit by a car.
Sad.
Okay, so let's say you were hit by a car while holding a beer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it happens.
And it broke the glass.
Depends. Did it break the glass before or after you died?
Well, okay, it also depends. At what point is death?
Brain death.
Brain death. Yeah, well, if you were hit by a car and lost all bodily functions, your brain would probably still take a couple seconds
Unless
to
it
die.
exploded.
No, even then, like there's a certain amount. Okay, let's say half your brain exploded out, but you still were somewhat conscious. Well, your brain's sort of there, but not there, and like. So then I feel like you'd have a glass of beer that would be like broken.
You know, the science of ghosts.
This is your whole thing, man.
Yes,
You're the expert.
I am, and these are facts.
It always bugged me that when movies where like ghosts are wearing the same clothing or have things like that, it's like, who set up these rules? Because any rules that are set up in that way 100% implies
Nobody wants a bunch of nude ghosts running around, dude.
it doesn't matter what you want, but it's saying if such a feature were to exist, it means that there has to be some kind of a conscious power controlling it. Because it's the only way that would work. You can't say that it's a natural thing that you would just suddenly something would decide at what point your beer glass should be in its state to have there.
Or actually an amazing fuel source.
Why is it that it's the thing you're holding? Like, so say if I was holding a beer glass and you died and you had your beer glass, sure. But like,
I don't know.
What if I was hugging a couch? Do I keep the couch with me?
I don't know that it's necessarily. It's the connection to the thing. If you have a close connection, like the girl, the tin, her brother kept refilling it for her, and it became like a personal effect of hers.
Then I could see potentially that is your mind creating it.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
It was very closely
like
related to her. It's like a favorite toy.
That's not the same as if I died with the beer in my hand.
No, unless you had an emotional connection to the beer.
Oh, I do.
Like if I fell in love with this beer and it was like, I built my life around this beer. That's why you see, I build my life.
It's a good beer, and I appreciate that you think that way.
I build my life around horses so that when I die, I'm gonna have a magical pony.
What if is this gonna be like the Pharaoh situation? Like better than me with my horses.
Yes. And it's gonna talk, and it's gonna let me boop it. I'm gonna go magical ghost adventures. I don't know, man. You gotta go watch the movie The Frighteners, and they got all the ghost facts down solid.
Are you saying he's got more facts than you do?
I mean, it's documentary. You see, a ghost documentary about ghosts, real ones, and a film with Michael J. Fox. He acted with him as ghosts, real ghosts.
Was Bruce Willis there?
He was not.
Why not?
Unfortunately, he just didn't make the cut. He wasn't cool enough.
Because he's like the ultimate dead guy.
He kind of is.
Is Sixth Sense spoiling now?
I don't know. I think it's almost a meme in itself.
I think at this point,
it's gonna have a twist at every.
If you haven't seen Sixth Sense at this point yet,
I mean, it's only an okay film. It's not great.
it's only a good film
If you've never seen it.
if you've never seen it.
And you don't know what the twist is.
Yes, if you don't know anything about the movie, but that is just M. Night Shyamalan movies. I've never seen an M. Night Shyamalan movie that was still good the second time.
Glass is good.
Yes, I do still have to watch those. Or there's movies like The Happening that weren't good
The first time?
at the first time. The Village had potential, but it was not. I didn't like that.
I never watched it, but didn't you get like hit by a car at the end? Didn't you get hit by a car at the end or something?
That's not that movie.
I'm thinking of a different one then.
Yeah, you're thinking of a different one. No, The Village, the premise, I figured out too early. And when you're in the theater and you see the twist and you figure out the twist at like halfway through the movie, not even halfway through the movie, it's like, well, guess I'm sitting through the rest.
Well, the thing is with M. Night Shyamalan movies now, you're looking for the twist.
Yeah, which, to be the best twist.
What's that? Is it the little horse twist? Is a little tiny horse?
No, if there was no twist.
Oh yeah.
That would be the greatest Shyamalan twist.
Yeah. No twist.
People would be disappointed, but then. No, actually, my favorite movies from a genre perspective are ones that genre swap, because you never see it coming. Like, there are a lot of movies out there that partway through the movie they change genres. So, like, let's say they start as a comedy, but then they end as a horror. Like, to where the whole idea and the premise of the movie at the beginning is established as to what the pacing and what you should expect from the movie is, and then suddenly they shift it and the whole rest of the movie is no longer comedy. It's just pure horror. Like something like that. I love that because I love that type. It's like misdirection in a narrative sense. It's so I love that type of thing.
The one film that did that the best is probably it was mixing back and forth between over the top it was funny, and but it's just a straight horror at the same time, and that was Evil Dead.
That wasn't a genre swap though.
That was a genre foundation.
It was a B movie that ended up being funny and then leaned into it.
Yes.
No, I'm talking
it's just a straight horror film.
There's a couple
categorize it.
No, like Parasite. I still want to see it, but that's a genre swap movie. It's, and I'm not talking like comedy to horror, but it's something where it gives you this implication of one thing and then
the tone shifts, yes, pretty drastically. I would say another one of the tone shifts probably is Get Out.
Good at Get Out is one I don't know, but that is kind of outside of what I would normally like to watch. I love you guys. Now I like stories that have a mystery, but that suddenly come out of nowhere with something that really surprises you. I love twists, but not something that is built to have a twist. Like Shyamalan, the twists are fun, but as soon as it became the norm,
what a twist!
It wasn't as fun anymore. It wasn't as cool anymore. Like reading the Three Body Problem books series, and there's actually a large amount of those where things just suddenly come out of nowhere, and I'm very much enjoying that because it feels like you're always trying to guess where things are going, and then all the things you've known are.
But do they actually come out of nowhere, or did it like something that you just didn't notice and was this thing?
Some of it is using information that you would have never known.
Because if it's just like suddenly they were out looking for their friend and suddenly pirates, and it's like, why?
No, it's more of the things that are going on are they're doing it because we started watching the TV series, so I really don't want to spoil things.
And I will continue watching it. I'm not sold on it yet, but I'm
the
curious.
Best part about it is the wall facers, and that doesn't come out till almost the end.
Blair Witch Project, man.
No, I can't say anything without spoiling. Wallfacers just came out on Netflix recently, and I bet I've been reading the books. Came out yesterday. The TV series definitely deviates a lot from the books, but I like the Wallfacer concept was really cool, and then it kind of was like, okay, where do they go with this? And then I'm really liking where they're going with it. So the Wallfacer thing is awesome. So yeah. But I don't want to say anything because the moment I say something, it spoils other things. Wallfacer doesn't mean anything because it's just a Chinese term for something that doesn't mean anything right now.
Yeah.
So, but
I will continue watching it.
Do you want to watch another episode after stream?
Sure.
Yeah, I kind of want to watch more. I read a little bit more of the book today. I'm almost through book 2.
Guys, there's no horses in it. There's been a single horse.
Technically, in book 2, they have horses. They
Do they fly?
They might actually put it
because there has been like physics going all wonky, so horses start flying.
So do I want Derpy to? Okay, I'm okay. I kind of like the idea for just popping up. But do I want to have like? How does she go away? Do I want to just have her like slide down?
You can have her dance off screen.
Well, you know what? I have an idea. Let's have her.
No, I'm surprised by none of these are Rainbow Dash. Where's your Rainbow Dash love?
Because you kind of indoctrinated people to the Church of Derpy.
Including you?
No, I'm just making people happy. So what if we do this and have her?
Confirmed here, guys. Derpy is better than Rainbow Dash.
What if we just have her kind of like
She's toilet dancing?
she's skibbity?
No. Implied she died. The fact that I know that upsets me greatly. Kind of angry at Silver and Nolan right now.
It's weird, but I kind of like her just spinning to disappear. I kind of do.
Different. Works.
Yeah. So, I mean, for follow, we can do something. Rainbow dancing's a little weird, maybe, but we can try it. So the reason I've been doing a lot of Derpy is mainly because that's like the bits bit is because that's what it was before. So I'm trying to keep it the same. And then the other fun ones are because just people.
One
like
of them
Derpy.
is Rainbow. And you got Spitfire.
Yes. But follow is probably going to be a pretty commonly used one. So we can have.
So excited. Just gotta hide it. Here you go. Your maid is kind of going crazy.
That's fine. I'll just do that. That should be better. Is there somebody else? I mean, is there anybody else we want to use that I think would work?
That pony with the pacifier, the dancer pony. Cute. Can't remember her name.
So I've used Pinky and I've used Rainbow. I've used Fluttershy.
Applejack.
I've used Applejack.
Just Rarity.
So Rarity and just Rarity. No,
Why do you hate Rarity?
is it just Rarity
Pretty
and
sure.
Twilight?
Oh. How do you not use Twilight?
It's cliche.
A little bit. Probably does like the dance, but she does stupid dorky dance.
It depends because
I
I
don't
don't
have to animate the dorky.
My
dance.
problem with Rarity is she's white.
No.
And the reason I say that is because let's say you're a lot of dark something is happening on the screen, a giant white object coming up is a little bit jarring. And also Rarity's like,
Wow.
I did Pinkie Pie
She's
before.
better than Pinkie Pie.
No, Pinkie Pie is number 6 on my main 6
Yeah,
list.
Pinkie Pie is like the worst.
Pinkie Pie is the worst, but for Stupid Face it made sense. For
Flashbang.
I could do Twilight for follow. I don't know if it makes as much sense for her to dance.
Well, it does if you do the dorky dance, but you'd have to animate the dorky dance. You know the dorky dance.
Yeah, I know the
about.
dorky dance.
You do know the dorky dance.
See, the nice thing with this one is already done.
Mm-hmm.
It actually wouldn't be that bad though. The dork dance,
It's just
she's not bouncing.
nope. It's just hosed out, down,
Yeah.
hosed out, down, with her tongue sticking out. It's very important.
Part of
her
it.
Tongue. Yes, he's blepping. There.
No, this is she stubbed her toe. That's what that is.
A GIF. You gotta type in GIF. You just watch a video.
Is that it? I thought there was more to it.
Oh, there's more to it too. I feel like that video. Type in GIF. The loop. think it's that fifth one.
Not clicking. I almost did.
So close.
Dork dance.
There's the dork dance.
This is the same one. That's just the same thing.
Yeah, there's definitely more to it. That video was not a good video. Not a good example.
There's a one.
Sweet.
I
like something. Look at the questions. Go down. No. You go on. There.
Was the name of Charles Sparkle's child? Who married Rarity with a lower R? Who did end with?
Click one of them. They're always amazing.
Those invitations end up with Soren.
They're all like based on that.
Who married Rarity? In SPF's main universe, Rarity meets Crystal Ferrado while vacationing in the Crystal Empire. The true story conversation saying to keep in touch. Seriously, they are marrying and have a child, Dusk Lazuli. Wow.
These are always
what is the name of Charles Sparkle's child? Star Knight. Star Knight, son, who loves him as a mother can love a child. What? Whenever there's danger on Star, Twilight's first is making sure her son is safe. As Star Knight grows, they seem to have very close relationship as she tutors him.
Yes, these are
written that it says like his boyfriend. What do you think this one is?
Oh, Twilight Sparkle's boyfriend. Probably
it might be Flash.
It might be Flash. Yeah, it's Flash.
Love interest, not boyfriend though.
That one's actually
this one. Yeah, Cheese Sandwich.
Okay, that one's actually.
Who is the crush of Fluttershy?
Should be Discord, but it's probably going to be something else. Okay, wait. Discord.
Fluttershy developed a strong crush on the Mirror Universe King Sombra, gushing at the marriage site in front of him, though his heat was elsewhere. Wait. The occasion has been remarked that others that she and Discord may be a couple, but Luna asking if Discord loved Fluttershy and the Cats of Harmony, assuming Fluttershy was his mate.
What?
Rats. The Cats of Harmony.
I love that episode, The Cats of Harmony. What is
Twilight Flutter have a daughter? Here, Twilight is one of 4 princesses and is married to Rainbow Dash. Wait, what about it? They have a daughter named Rainbow Sparkle.
Oh,
wow, creative.
Oh my goodness.
Who did Applejack marry? Magiverse. Here, Applejack's married to Rainbow Dash.
Okay.
They have only Philly Zip Zapple. Zip Zapple. What's his name? Oh, look, he's a Zip Zapplein. Who was later sent by Applejack to the School of Friendship. She's traveling sales pony, currently staying in Klugetown. Who is Sparkle's brother? Okay, that Shining Armor.
Andrew Francis.
No, is that the actor? No, that was Tong.
Yeah, so it's Andrew Francis.
Why is this Andrew Francis? Unless this is based on.
They were married.
No, this is actually a Wikipedia article, so it might be pulling a different a version. Rarity's full name is Rebecca Deborah Elizabeth Jenkins, only known as Rarity.
What?
No, that is actually what? This is a fandom thing.
It's a fandom thing.
Rebecca Deborah Elizabeth Jenkins. Did you guys know that?
I wasn't aware of that one.
Who's Charlie Sparkle's niece?
Should be Flurry Hard.
No, I don't care. What is Charlie Sparkle's age? Early 20s.
That's
I'd give it
vaguely where I put her. Yes.
Is Pinky adopted? Pinky's definitely a biological. Oh, I was hoping for something more depressing. Who's Rarity crush?
Trenderhoof. That was actually an episode. She did have a crush on him.
Twilight Sparkle King Sombra's daughter? King Sombra, no, okay, good. Why is that a question? Who asked that? Are they dating? No, Fluttershy and Discord are not dating in the series.
They are totally living with each other by the end of the series.
Does Applejack marry Caramel? They eventually get married and have a son named Applestomp.
Apples.
Google's so smart.
Yes, Google knows all the things.
Is Rarity's last name Bell?
Sweetie Bell.
No full name given yet. What are you talking about? We
just read it.
Google wouldn't lie to us. Is Rarity a princess? No, she's not.
She wasn't on a different series.
Is Twilight in love with her brother?
Yes, click it.
No. Oh. It's a sibling type of love, nothing more.
Nothing
Why?
more.
And he's like,
Nothing
he's so
more.
sad about this. Is Rarity a girly girl? Oh god, these just get really weird.
Yes, that's why they're amazing.
Does Pinky marry cheese sandwich? Oh, that's not as fun. Does Mary marry Spike?
Oh,
Rarity in the show has many love interests, yet never actually gets in a relationship, which does aim her towards the asexual side of
that
things.
just means she doesn't find the right guy
Or a girl.
or girl.
What was Applejack's full name? Ashley Jane Margaret McIntosh.
Sure.
Oh, in EQG, I could see it
Yeah,
potentially.
I'm
maybe
pretty sure
Cornusorta.
that's just fandom.
What is Sparkle last name? That is not even the right. That's not even the same. Okay, we're getting into some really weird.
Who married Fluttershy? No,
That's getting weird.
we're getting lost in the internet.
Those aren't AI things.
Since we're
That's
not
just
related, it'll be okay.
that's just Google grabbing any article that asks that question and assuming it's the truth. So it going to fandom articles,
It's wonderful.
it's because it has no idea if fandom's telling the truth or not. It's not using AI for that part. That's been around forever.
That's just people writing their fan fictions into Google. That's part of the dance.
Yeah, it is. Because like something like that's not hard, but the problem with the dance being where she gets really low like that is if you were to have them here and they got really low, well now you wouldn't be able to see them. And also I think she like does a full rotation.
I don't think so. That's not the whole dance. It's like a snipped, cut up part of the dance.
What that? Oh, you know what? I was gonna ask what episode it's from because I can just go and open it.
The one where Rarity visits
No,
Canterlot.
I thought that was
Early season.
I thought that was the one that they're in Canterlot for the party.
They're there for Twilight Sparkle's party, but Rarity is there and starts going around town. The popular
Season 1?
Popular. I think it's season 2. It's the first episode with Fancy Pants and Fleur de Lis.
Season 2, episode 9.
Okay. Look at us with the horse episodes.
Takes a second for it to build all the preview images. That's kinky.
You said it. This is not the right episode.
Not the right episode.
This isn't even. Yeah, I don't think you have the number right. Maybe.
Wait, Sweet and Elite. Oh,
Yeah.
there we go.
Episode Sweet and Elite.
I'm pretty sure. Actually, they're probably
There it
correct.
is. Are you in season 1 or 2?
No, it says Bridal Gossip. Oh, is it season 2 or that was season 1?
No, season 2.
Did it say?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's my bad.
I was gonna say this core episode is season 1. Yeah, this is it. I can already tell.
As soon as it pops up at the first preview, then I can drag it through it. Okay.
Towards the end. Garden party when she invites them all out. Okay, there it was. The garden party. Why aren't y'all gardening?
Well, that actually is exactly what it was.
Well, there's another part where she's dancing, I think.
Can you believe what that pony is wearing?
It's
There it
just
is.
so plain.
That was kind of a dance.
Yeah.
I'd expect. Oh,
Wait, there's more.
with
of
her
it.
tongue out, yes.
Yeah.
That right there. That's the dance.
Okay. That actually shouldn't. The little wobble would be a little harder, but not undoable.
Pinky, this is.
How come y'all aren't doing any
Well, I
gardening?
remember that.
They're so,
Why aren't
they're
you-
so stupid.
It's like, why? This is a garden party. Why aren't y'all gardening?
Okay, so if we're gonna use this, we're gonna have to do something that I really don't want to say. We have to analyze horse.
Yay! Look at her. She's getting weak.
More than likely, the best way to do this is to pull this off the network.
Study the horse.
And I will open it in like After Effects so I can go a little bit easier frame by frame. Okay.
Still need to get the memory episodes.
I tried to find them, but you can't download them if they're on YouTube.
Oh, that's right. They weren't on Yay Pony, were they?
No, they weren't on Yapony, and I wasn't able to find them because they're old enough.
I can get them for you. I just have to.
What I don't like is that you just suddenly have some magical power to get horse stuff.
I know how to get horse stuff, man. I've seen all the episodes. They're on YouTube. You could pull them off of YouTube. They're definitely on YouTube.
Oh yeah, these are the stupid MKVs that I can't. I got rid of it.
Because the best episode in the memory episodes is Deep Tissue Memories. And that's only because Rainbow Dash dresses up like a spa pony and it's super, super cute.
So I don't think I can open up the video files in here because because they're running an AV1 and okay. It doesn't like AV1.
You'd have to convert it, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I can't. I might run a little better from this, but VLC is not exactly the best. Like, whatever.
It's best open source. This is big Derp. It's going on. It's going like this.
It's the best open source. It's not the. It's very far from the best frame by frame. In here, like, where's it? Yeah, here.
Yeah, cute.
This she's all dirty and whatever, and he's just like,
I think that's
a
what
fun night.
He's got a wife. Look, go back to an earlier point in this episode. And I want your opinion on something.
Look here.
Right towards she first meets Fancy Pants. So further back. Further back. Further back. Going back. Right there. Where you see Fancy Pants for the first time. Go back. You went too far forward. Where's Fancy Pants? Okay. I saw it. Forward. Forward. Need you after this. There it is. Here, I need your opinion on this. Tell me that Fleur-de-Lis wasn't added to the scene as an afterthought. Like she wasn't originally there.
Oh goodness,
I am convinced she wasn't originally there because everything she does interacting with him, he's completely oblivious to.
You're staying at the castle?
The princess.
It's framed in such a way that they could have left her out. Yes.
Pony with expensive
Well, no.
no,
that part he definitely had to have been interacting with.
I remembered it differently, I guess. I felt like she was.
Unless he just stood there like talking to his invisible girlfriend.
I felt like it was only. I feel like she was only there to prevent the audience from considering him a love interest for Rarity, because he already had a girlfriend / wife. Maybe I think about horses too much.
Okay. So to do this right. Oh, that's the later one. As soon as I hit play, it puts it into play mode and it removes all the preview images. So that's where it's like, I don't like hitting play. Okay.
How about that horses being?
And I think the most I can do is 3-second windows. I don't think I can go frame by frame because that's 1 minute, 3 second, and then that's 10 second. Yeah. So yeah, this might be kind of.
How come y'all aren't doing any gardening? This is a garden party, isn't it?
So like even here, I'm not sure what her positioning would be. Like even there's a big skip.
Well, that's not the dance you're looking for.
But this is the whole dance.
No, you gotta go where she sticks her tongue out. That's the good part of the dance.
No, but I was gonna do the whole dance.
It's just so
Oh, you're really going.
Yeah.
Excuse
Okay, so you just want that part. That's it. Just that part.
Just that part. I don't want to kill you.
Okay.
Besides, it's the best part. I feel like all those snooty ponies would recognize Twilight. Because there's no way the autocracy doesn't know who Princess Celestia's star pupil is.
And
It's
actually,
like their job to know.
considering how she was before, her going to that party and acting that way doesn't make any sense for her. She would probably have a very good idea as to what they expect.
Kinda. Well, she would know what they would expect, but she probably never would have participated.
She'd have a decent idea. I gotta use the restroom though.
She would know. She just wouldn't be practiced in it.
So I'll be back in a second.
He's gone. Guess we're gonna do this animation for him before he gets back. Here. Everybody. Yes, please. Who's? Surprise me. I'm gonna do nothing. No.
Oh, I don't have my water.
Just go get it.
I didn't think about that.
I'm trying to finish, guys. I finished the animation. It's done. The dance is complete.
What are you so close to me?
No.
for? This is weird. I did move my desk another 9 inches that way.
I finished the animation. You're welcome.
This really blocky thing.
No. I did.
What is this one hoof to just slow sit down?
Master Animator. Guys, done. That's the danger.
I was gonna
use the restroom. I can't.
Right, so you could have bring some with you. Plains that he has to bring the cans with him. No. Plus, let's change the original rank. No, that we figured that part out. Cheers, Jelly. Cheers again. Here's 3. Yeah. 4. We can disable the links to body groups. Oh yeah. Well. Yeah, actually, I probably at this point, being that she spent more time with wings than without, is even though the original episode didn't have her with wings when she did the dance, is it something we should keep with her though? 5. And 6.
Dress to put her. Just put her in her high school dress.
No, the question is, do we keep her with wings?
No.
She spent more time without them, or with them.
Not during the
without.
dance.
Not during the dance, but doesn't mean she can't do the dance some other time.
Her
in
dress
July.
wouldn't fit anymore.
That I always had that question too of like,
She had to get a whole new wardrobe.
how do you fit wings into the dress? When they have the wing, they show a dress that has like no slit for the wing to fit into, like that you can slide it up through. How do they get it in the hole?
What do you mean? How do you get your arms in your shirt?
But her arms are a straight, perfectly straight object. A wing isn't.
They can
The wings,
fold them, curve them.
the wings splay out, so to get something out into it from the outside
Maybe
is not
buttons?
possible. But you never see
Snaps?
a line.
It's because they're such good tailors.
No, it's because they're lazy. They
You don't know. You don't have horse.
They push really hard. Well, no, it would make sense. Like,
I imagine the wings are pretty durable.
it's like an arrow. An arrow goes really easy into something, but it's hard to get out. A wing is essentially like the reverse.
They have complete control over the limb. They can
Like the feathers
fold
are
them in
not,
there.
you're not able to control. And if you start bending them to put it on, the feathers come out and then they splay outwards. So you would be pushing against the grain.
They need help. She's also got magic. She can use it to.
Why would they?
wings.
To need help means that they're not accommodating for a very common thing
They
in their
don't
culture.
wear clothes very often.
I know,
That's their
but
culture.
you would think that the whole clothing for a Pegasus then would allow it to slide over the wing to like go up around it and then button or something.
Yeah.
That I could see, but they didn't really show it built in for like I mean, her for the dress, that's fine. But like Rainbow Dash's dress.
No, Rarity made it, and she tends to wear very loose fabric. When,
Yeah, and even then, Rarity's dress or Rainbow's dress there. Woo! You can definitely tell this is
clothes-
early season animating.
I love it.
No, it
Little cute
was
ones.
it's very good. I also like the Blu-rays, very sharp. But
No, it's bald. No, it's all Earth ponies and unicorns and carrot a lot. They
okay,
don't-
I need to go back to the.
Pegasus don't bother with that nonsense.
Okay, so this is the dance. No, not this part. This one. So it's when she's basically just
rocking it.
okay. Ooh, okay, so I need to watch this a few times first.
We need to watch at least 20 times. Look at her with her little tongue.
Can you believe what that
I
pony
hope
is wearing?
that punch
Just
definitely has
so
alcohol in it. We're just
Yeah.
slamming it back. Look at that cute horse.
Okay, so it's right after she says, yeah.
Look at that clipping.
I'm waiting for it to bounce back.
Her mouth is falling off a little bit.
It's just so plain. Yeah.
Look at
Excuse me.
It's so cute.
Excuse
Look how tiny she is. The horse is going to eat her.
Excuse me.
Fancy pants don't eat Twilight.
Excuse me.
Okay, I need to do this a little better.
Excuse me.
Like, is he taller or is Twilight just short? Like, Pony Twilight, if you actually compare, Twilight is a bit taller after she gets her wings.
Oh, yeah. Well, she is much taller later.
Yeah, yes.
All right, so this.
But like
There we
immediately
go.
after
Here's
she
the
gets her
loop.
wings, she's taller than friends. It's so good.
Okay, so this hoof does not go as high as this hoof. The back legs tend to look to be fairly even. Butt is higher. But her legs don't look really bent, but that's fine.
I love it too much.
So the first time she bobs her head, it's mainly with her neck. And then the second time, it includes her head. So right at the beginning, it's wobbling pretty straight. And the second time, you see the head dips more.
Yes.
The music actually is pretty good. This is this.
Rocking out, man. Cute overload, yes. Like,
Okay.
yes, Twilight existed.
She's like,
longer.
why are you like this?
Twilight existed longer with the wings than without, but she was definitely cute when she was tiny horse. She was so tiny.
It's tall, similar, same body type as Big Mac. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they kind of just copy pasted his body type.
Yeah, quickly recoloring and just plopping on new hair. They actually said they wanted more than 6 body types for the main, 1 body type for all the main 6 initially, but they just didn't have the time. I'm glad they all stayed the same because
There's basically
stuff so much easier.
3 body types, I think.
Well, for the main 6 is what I'm getting at.
Yeah, no, for the main 6.
Yeah.
Because I know, I believe Fluttershy is slightly different, Rarity is slightly different, but the rest of them are pretty on par.
Well, the shape is the same. There's like differences in the eyes and the like wings and horns and not horns.
No, you mean mains were gonna all be the same?
No, I mean like the shape of them is all the same with the exception to like they plot points.
Oh no, like I feel like some of their body shapes are a little different, but it could just be that the way that the mains and everything merge together just implies.
I
different.
mean, I've read enough fan fictions that I can't see any Rainbow Dash as anything but the smallest of them, because every fan fiction she's like considered the tiny one.
I feel like they probably have. But I don't know if it's because she's smaller or because she tends to be not hunched over, but tends to be in a more prone position a bit more.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's just it. I mean, Pip is small.
Yes, she is intentionally small.
The tail is breaking the laws of physics. How's he breaking the laws of
It's
physics?
bouncy. It's bouncy.
It's not even bouncing.
moving.
It is actually it is a stiff tail.
It's not even one of my good orders.
Okay, so we need her to get into position.
This is the chance, probably the best chance to change models if you're wanting to.
Change models.
Change Unicorn Twilight.
Why?
I don't know, because you asked earlier, would it be easier if she was Unicorn Twilight as opposed to Alicorn
You
Twilight?
just remove the wings.
Okay.
I mean, that doesn't matter. And even if I did, I'd probably just shut the wings.
Yeah.
These models specifically allow me to completely remove wings. Eredic was the first person when doing these models to actually set it up to where there's the none option. It's literally a default thing you can select, and just everybody ignored having the default and just said, nope, you're required to have it. Well, why not giving me the option? Well, why would you want the option? That's for me to decide. So like, the fact you can go and select body none.
Oh no,
makes no sense most of the time. But let's say she is wearing clothing or using a different part of a model that didn't have the head or had a head and you shrunk it down and now you're using a different body portion. I can just hide that whole thing. I don't have to worry about anything. It's just gone. And otherwise, if you do alpha to hide things, you're going to be hiding the skin of her head too. Like, it's so nice having that option. It's stupid. Like, why would it exist? But I've had so many occurrences that would be like make or break being able to do something. I've actually used that before for the HEV suit model to avoid clipping. Oh yeah, to get rid of the model. Yeah, same thing. Little Pip, when I had her wearing her suit in the Fallout one, I had to go through and manipulate that constantly to work. One of the other ones, actually, this is probably the one that was the most amount of work. Was I almost want to open the video. Oh yeah, that was gonna change my thing there. Right here.
A lot of problems with that suit.
All her positioning there to make this suit not collapse in on itself. The suit was a little bit of a different situation. It had some clipping, but it was constantly clipping everywhere and I couldn't control anything. This was the most annoying thing I think I've ever had to do, was this freaking suit.
Such a good shot.
Which one? That one?
The one with the moon.
That was from the series.
Yes, but you did such a good job of recreating.
Look at all the pics.
It's better.
But the lighting on this, like, I should have played with the fog values because you can just see the stretching of the model everywhere.
You're forgetting something though.
Huh?
Go back. Look right below the moon. Look right below the moon. What's below the moon?
Her nose?
His little snoot. Yeah. The best part. That's why it's so much. Look, she's bouncing it on her snoot. Oh. She's bouncing it on her snoot. It's so cute.
It's him, like the major said.
Mein Fräulein.
I've done so much better with lighting here, or currently. And what I should have played with was the not the Fong. At one point I was replaying with what do you call it?
No, not like Scooby.
The SSAO values, and you can smooth out some of that stuff a little bit more.
Focus your fire. We are going to.
That's so cute. Hey, look at
Oh
that.
yeah, there was Derpy.
Yeah, and she blepped.
Focus your fire.
Why did you used to know how to animate ponies?
Well, she was earlier too. Yeah.
Was it blepping?
Oh no, like there's the joke here of like when he says,
Mein Fräulein Van Winkle, the song was nice.
she says the song was nice, but then you see
The
Derpy.
song was nice.
No, and the hat's all like falling on her face.
It's very good. It's very good animation. I do like this one.
I had originally started, I think, let me check. I bet you the whole video, the thing is in here and it's nothing. Yeah, Elishai 3. 4 kilobytes.
Oh, which means you made a file with the name.
It did nothing. I wanted to
Why
start
is that
something.
taking up 4 kilobytes of data?
Because just the default crap. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I never did anything. I started it, and then I think at that point there wasn't all that much still released. I think now it's all done.
Yeah, it's done.
But there wasn't enough, and I'm like, meh.
Team 4-star. I don't know that they're gonna do much else because with Akira Toriyama dead, he was kind of their biggest advocate for not getting banned on YouTube. So it might be hard for them going forward because Toei Animations kept like throwing copyright strikes at them, and that Akira Toriyama would come to their rescue every time.
Well,
He was a cool dude.
it depends though. Are they gonna by ignoring them. There, he could be tossing out his wishes
It's just so plain.
after death.
It just kept being automatic things. It just happened. He should have given him he never took the steps to get them a proper license. He just personally kept like interfering.
I don't think he had the right to get them a license.
No. I mean, Akira Toriyama, and then your company's copyright. It's Toei Animations. That was
It doesn't matter. Like if he were, even if he didn't have the right to, if he were to say, yeah, you can use it, I'm pretty sure the bad publicity of not letting them use it would hurt them more.
it would.
And I am pretty sure Team Four Star only helped increase the viewership of Dragon Ball. It's not like people went and watched the abridged one and were like, well, I guess I don't need to watch the original anymore. No, it made you want to watch it kind of more.
kind of, but the abridged one is so much better.
The abridged one is better, but it's also very quick, and the combat scenes are cut. Dragon Ball's best parts are the fight scenes, and Dragon Ball Abridged makes all the fight scenes almost non-existent and just makes better. If they were to take the fight scenes in normal speed and then mix it with the abridged, it would be so much longer, but I think that'd be way better. Then that would be okay.
They have been. They're not completely dead. They do release stuff still. It's just not like they used to. Look at her. She's so into it.
Okay. So this looks pretty straight up and down, but then with a really big dip is what I'm seeing. So I'm going to go with the same thing in here. So she's on her left leg and her right one there. So we're going to lock those. I'm going to put that down a little bit. Not too much though. I feel like her butt's supposed to just really be up there.
Yeah.
But I also don't feel like her thighs are bent very much. Okay, so this is the one that's...
It's gonna be fun, Chad.
Why?
It's gonna be fun. Watching you animate this. I'm not a huge fan of cows, but this one's
I think that... So this is a...
No smooching.
This is Castle's Danger cream ale.
it's a
Castle's Danger is it's like Duluth is north, and then Castle's Danger is like another 45 minutes.
big derp.
Very good.
I think there should be
Their cream ale is my second favorite Castle Danger beer. Their raspberry. They have a raspberry ale is really, really good.
I think every once in a while with the big derp, there should just be like a tiny ladybug on the screen, and she gets it. He's like
We can do
like a cat.
We can do like a rare thing. Oh. So I was building this the same way that it's shown, which is that this hoof goes up partially and then the other one goes up more. They probably had the other one go up more because it would go in front of her face. I am in reverse, so I should probably actually reverse the details, meaning this should be the one I work on because I'm working with the hoof, because this is this is the hoof that's up. Oh, I actually thought that was her front hoof. That's the darker hoof, so it is the one in the back.
Why did that was her front hoof?
Because I had to just pause. This one's slightly darker, which implies back hoof. I didn't really notice there were different colors. Okay, well then actually we're good. So this one isn't going to go super high. It's going to go to like here, and she's not really like stretching it out. They really cheaped out on this animation, which isn't a bad thing because I get to cheap out too.
Good.
All right. Well, actually, you know what? First off, very important stuff.
Got blood.
No, not just that. So there's also this little bit here that there's no option for, but we'll see what we can do. Also, like, there's no longer, it used to be that there was an actual flex here where it wasn't just eye close, there was an eye squint, and it was the same thing, but it would twist it. You can kind of do it now, or you can just grab this one, and then just kind of like, okay, I didn't grab the right, this one. And this. Like this. It's not perfect, but it does work.
It looks like just better closed.
Hmm?
It looks more natural than the straight line.
The straight line's easier, but the problem is right here. So you need to make sure. Can I get to that?
Ponies need to have durable eyes because those eyelids take forever to close if something's flying at your head.
Okay, so there, I got that one.
Then there's only one actual living animal with the eye to head ratio of these ponies, and the eyes are locked and they do not rotate in their sockets. It's some sort of rodent.
Okay, there we go. I had to worry about this right here, because I have to have it fully closed. I can probably actually. Oh, that's going to bring her eyelash up, but there's no down eyelash on this one. So, I mean, technically I don't need it, but no, I can't do that one. No, not that one. Angry doesn't cover it. Sad doesn't cover it. Why doesn't cover it. The best I can do is raise.
Flies have compound eyes. It's different than like a single eye. It's like lots of little eyes as opposed to one big eye, which is freaky.
What has that?
Flies. They have compound eyes. A lot of insects have compound eyes.
Okay, does that look even?
Yeah.
That's pretty.
I mean, you're going to be seeing it at an angle, I imagine, anyways. So.
And but this actually curves up. This is curving down.
Mm-hmm.
Where this actually implies that like squint type thing. This isn't.
This feels more like a sleep.
But I have really no option. Maybe go up like that.
There are different.
But then it's not feeling squinting. Now her eyes are really high.
Mm-hmm.
But if I drop them down, it's because they're all locked to this point. I
don't know what flex options you have for closing the eyes. Is it just the one?
Just one. Well, kind of. So what you can do instead of closing is you can go angry and then kind of play with the close to try to get it to match up, but you really
does it.
You have to go to like here and then stop. As soon as they go to here and it starts going around, you have to be a little more careful. Is this, see, it does a little curve right here.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where it's a problem. Yeah, if I do just raise and stuff, I can't do it. I think I'm just gonna have to deal with.
Yours.
So it used to be that was its own emotion, happy. I'm glad that that's not a thing anymore. But I do miss having squint. Okay, well, we'll try
add a
this.
little bit happy to that.
So she has to be angry. Okay.
Can you add a little bit of happy to that eye and see what happens?
I actually might be able to make this work, but I would have to steal another horse's eyes.
Sounds painful.
There is an eyebrow called Squeeze. This one. And this only exists because I asked for it.
Mm-hmm.
Nutrifin originally made these eyebrows, and when he was saying, he sent it to me and he's like, hey, how are these, is there anything you could add? And I'm like, it'd be really nice if there was an eyebrow regarding the squeezing of eye shut. And so he added this one, and so this one exists because I asked for it. I just asked my brother and sister for some tea, and the tea posed on me. And you're alive?
And you slapped them, right? You didn't let them take that level of dominance over you.
So then we can take this and we go to here. This might not work as a, okay, now that I think about this might not work. Originally when they had the angry eye, it was in a better position. This is not. Yeah.
I think you should just get this horse some carrots.
Or
switching Twilights.
so this one is not as good, but
I think it's fine.
no, you can tell just by the way that the lighting hits it. It's a lot cheaper. The lighting, I might be able to modify the textures to kind of make it match, but she has. Let's see, hold on. This. So the eyes close like this. And then they did add a bunch more to it.
Yeah, this one has a lot more flexes in the eyes.
Nope, this is the one thing. And then you do this. And as long as you're careful on the position, you can kind of make a squint. That's about as close to that as you're gonna get. Would need
Another eyebrow.
potentially another one, but you could just take this one here and let me say.
Oh, there it is.
There's the thick. This is the one I'm looking for. That no, they have the thick angry, but it's just that her whole face doesn't really look like that, does it?
Look like what?
The rest of her doesn't match. This is about having her face, like you can see her eyes are all getting close to the nose. That doesn't happen here. The best I can probably do, and maybe this will work.
It's squishing her nose. You should give her scrunchy nose first. Oh no. Twilight. She took a
Wow.
It's what if she was born in the South?
My name
You got no chin, Lieutenant Twilight.
is Twilight
It's great, Twilight.
Sparkle. No, that doesn't work. Well, actually,
You
hold
gotta give
on.
her scrunchy nose first, anyways.
Yeah.
Well, that's all scrunch nose. Oh, he scrunched it too much. No, she's becoming an Equestria girl. You just punch a horse in the face enough to become Equestria girls.
It's like.
This little anteater horse. He's just showing off his clear sinuses now.
I was hoping to make a longer sound, but my sinuses are surprisingly clear. Everything's really dry right now.
It is. But yeah, with clear sinuses, but then you risk a nosebleed.
Yeah.
Thing is, at work, I keep shocking myself on stuff because everything is so freaking dry.
It's one of the reasons I haven't used it here, but I come on to. I have anti-static spray. It helps significantly for reducing static. But I've wanted to like actually like ground my desk and like my pad just like to something that's actually
Your desk
grounded.
is wood.
No, like there's a metal base to it with metal legs, and then they have cables that are touching that. So I kind of want to ground that so that because I have the issue right now where if I get up from my desk, the disconnecting of me from my desk will cause a short sometimes in the line for the monitor and cause it to black out for a sec. Only in the winter though.
So dry.
Okay. Well, anyway.
Look at that tongue.
Well, no, and scrunchy.
And scrunchies. Scrunchies and tongue.
Which there's only like one scrunchy flex, which is S.
Is that the kinda? Cool. He's got the hard scrunchies there, so they're like super scrunchies.
There used to be a flex called Mouth B, and that I used to like
See,
using.
Mouth O.
No, because B is about like it's pushing the upper part of or the outer lips forward and then curling them underneath.
She looks like she just smelled something really rotten. Oh, Twilight. She's like a side tongue. She looks like she just took a blow to the head. Now she's old and senile. Yes, Gerard, I'm princess.
See, because she
So
doesn't.
Derp.
She doesn't have the eye squint.
This is not that.
This is what. No, this is what you wanted. This is the best I can do with the tools I have.
It's like her brain got swapped out with a parrot or something. She's just like, ah. She's like the most sourest of lemons.
It's these eyes, though. I don't know why he
Why
didn't
did you do that
add,
to her jaw?
I don't know why. Yeah, well, it's fine. What's wrong with it?
Why your jaw is so weird now. She looks like she's like sleepwalking, but also dreaming of a really delicious ice cream cone.
My ice cream cone.
Oh, that ice cream cone. Love this animation already. Of course. She's really focused on that ice cream. Chat, what's all your favorite flavor of ice cream? There's a fun question.
To me, that's a complicated question.
Is it?
If
You just say vanilla, which isn't a flavor.
no, the vanilla isn't my favorite flavor.
I'm glad to hear it.
No, it depends. If I'm out at an ice cream shop compared to like buying from a freezer section,
Ice cream shop.
then it's Pirate's Booty.
What's in it?
It's usually like a like I think it's like a caramel type ice cream, and then they just fill it with a bunch of different crap. Usually there's like M&Ms and chocolate and nuts and like I can't remember everything that's in Pirate's Booty ice cream, but it's literally just full of stuff.
It's just wickedly indecisive.
Shut up.
Like you don't know what you want, so you just get everything.
Usually it's pretty consistent across M&M's, chocolate candies, and chocolate sandwich cookies and caramel flavored ice cream. Yep.
Okay.
So it's M&M's, chocolate sandwich cookie type things, and caramel flavored
I
ice
feel
cream.
like a bit of carbs in your ice cream. Which is perfectly fine. I mean, it sounds good.
But I do not like this out of a box. If you buy it like that out of a box, it's just not as good.
Well,
If
yeah,
from an actual ice cream place, I prefer that. For buying out of the freezer section, butter pecan.
Yeah.
Because you can do good butter pecan and bad butter pecan, but it's still good butter pecan. I'm okay with it. My favorite is Cookie Monster. Oh, that's a good one too, though.
I just like some like classic Rocky Road.
Oh no, there's nothing wrong with Rocky Road too.
Yeah, I think it's just kind of something they figured out a long time ago, and it's just perfect.
But like, if I'm going to a place with good ice cream, I feel like I can get some of the nicer stuff and I enjoy it. Where if you're going from the freezer section, there's certain things that you're just not going to be the same. And
Yeah, you gotta get ice cream shaped like Sonic the Hedgehog's head. That's the best flavor. Is Sonic's
there's
head.
a meme where you remember those little ice cream cups that came with the little wooden spoon.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody showed a picture of that, and they're like, "I can taste this. I can taste this even today." And the comment was, "I can taste the spoon more than the ice cream."
Yes. That spoon had its own flavor.
One of the cream ales from Indeed that had the flavors was it's the red, white, and blue popsicle.
Didn't have any flavor.
No, but I don't care because it's going to be a fruity creamsicle type cream ale. Sure, that's going to really taste. He's just sucking the spoon. Yeah, the spoon had more flavor. Oh, the ice cream was fine
Because it was just pine wood, and you could taste the pine.
It wasn't that the ice cream didn't have flavor. It's just that the wood had more.
Yes.
The ice cream was actually pretty decent, but that spoon.
It was literally a piece of pine. One of the, like, you walk by pine trees, you can smell pine trees. They are the most musky of trees. And you could taste that in the spoon. Because pine wood was cheap. Made good spoons. I like banana, like in ice cream. That's why I like banana splits. But if you just have like a banana ice cream, I'll eat that. I like banana.
But banana splits are good. I normally don't get them though, because if I'm getting ice cream out in a place, it's usually like a cone or something I can walk with. A banana split is not something.
When we went to that one
easily.
like 50s diner place you like, I can't remember the name of it now.
Snuffies.
Snuffies. I think I got a banana split there once, and it was pretty good.
So at that point, you're at a sit down place, sure, but it's just most of the time if I'm getting ice cream, it's not at a sit down place. It's because I'm gonna go walk with it. We're like, we were at the Alamo a couple years ago, and we got ice cream there. But then you're gonna probably eat it while standing or walking. Banana split is not conducive to a good travel ice cream.
You do need both hands for it.
It's good.
Minimum.
No, it's not about both hands. It's moving.
Yeah.
Especially since when you're about halfway through it, it's going to start melting. You got to deal with the mess. An ice cream cone kind of collects its own mess, and a bowl is fine, but the bowls for those are usually very wide, and you're going to
Definitely want a waffle cone over a sugar cone, though.
Oh no,
100%.
waffle cones! It's not even a question. Waffle cones are
better.
better. Yeah, actually, that's a question.
No, is it? Because waffle cone. Who's going to pick the sugar cone over the waffle cone?
I don't know.
Crazy people.
Is there anybody here that would prefer, like, by sugar cone? It's like what the white kind of cone that you would expect from like
the pressed by a machine cone.
Yeah. Waffle cones actually have flavor. They're stiffer. They hold things. They work well with the ice cream. Well, the other cone is about having as little flavor as possible so that you can taste the ice cream.
No, it's just cheap and they can mass produce them like crazy. Because all it is like super airy sugar.
Well, would you rather have a bowl of ice cream or a waffle cone?
Waffle cone.
But the waffle cone does not have a bowl. You do have to deal with any potential mess.
It's fine. It's just you're in a race against the clock.
That I agree. So a race against the clock.
You gotta eat it. Now waffle cone 100%. I would almost take the bowl over the sugar cone. Because the sugar cone.
Oh yeah, very much so.
Good.
I like a good sundae. Just like a bunch of soft serve with some caramel on top. Like a hot caramel on top. Dairy Queen's hot caramel sundaes are awesome. That's what when I used to go there for their $5 lunch or whatever, it would be their crispy chicken basket with the gravy and the fries and then a caramel sundae. So good. Cones are too messy.
You gotta be quicker.
Waffle cones are thicker.
Yeah.
If you're talking like
They
the
can
cones
catch a lot,
at McDonald's that they just took some sawdust and shaped it into a cone.
That's sugar cone. Yeah.
There's no sugar in those things. They don't taste like anything. They're so bad. Those ones will get soft and mushy, and then the texture's bad. Waffle cones, even if they get soft and mushy, it's fine. But if you give me a waffle cone, I'm not going to be like, I'm gonna eat this in 15 minutes. No, it going now. So it's not gonna last long enough to matter.
If it's actual ice cream and not soft serve, it's gonna stay frozen longer. Soft serve melts quicker. My experience anyway.
Oh yeah. But that's where it's like the difference between going to Dairy Queen or McDonald's for ice cream compared to like Cold Stone.
Yeah.
So that there's going to be a big difference on how fast those are going to melt. And yeah, I don't have to duplicate the eyebrows, but I could always load in other models. I can't duplicate their individual
I don't know.
ones.
You kind of did a thing to her jaw that I'm not a huge fan of.
What's wrong with her jaw?
It feels like she's trying to eat her own face.
Maybe she is. What if she did?
It's even worse.
Okay.
No. You keep concaving your head. Or horse.
Is that better?
Oh. And you have big poofy face. I like her big poofy face.
What do you mean by big poofy face?
Round. With sharp edges. You can't cut yourself on a horse.
Sharp edges. This is a perfect circle all the way around, exactly like this is.
Yeah. This is okay.
It's not, there's this, if I could get all the eyes and everything closer, like what if I did?
I don't know if the eyes are the problem. No. Why you keep making it worse? No. She'd become real.
Okay, then where do you want it?
Where it was to start with. Stop squishing your face.
That looks pretty good.
Does it?
Yeah.
Her nose is like really short.
It is here too. If you
It's not that short.
No, if you think about it, this is the edge of her eye and that's her nose. They're about at the same level.
Her face.
This is not even close. I'd have to put it to here to match what they did. You want that?
No. I'm drinking my beer. Twig. When I was a kid, what we would splurge on, and keep in mind, I was a latchkey trailer park child. Once a week, we would get one soda from a nearby gas station, like a single can of soda, not a 20-ounce can. And I remember this because my sister would just take tiny sips throughout the day of her single can of soda so that it would last her the whole day. She would just carry around this single can of soda with her wherever she went the whole day. And I think a friend of hers was playing and she accidentally tipped over her can of soda, and my sister just straight up lost her mind. Like, she started crying, bawling, everything else. And her friend was like, it's just in the soda, you can get another one. But that just didn't happen when I was a kid. There wasn't another soda to get. So that was my family version of splurging, was one can of soda a week.
My dad, when he was growing up, was on a farm, and their splurge was, I think, like weekly. They would go into town, and they would go to the root beer stand, and they would get nickel root beers.
Ooh.
And everybody would get a nickel root beer, and that was their treat for the week. And they'd be like, oh, sugar! And that was the one time they got anything. Everything else was made from the farm and whatnot. But yeah, that was nickel root beers. And whenever we went to go visit my grandma, we would sometimes stop at that same place it was a drive-in then. And it was still the drive-in that was for that town, only for that town. It was the same place. Definitely a little more expensive now. But yeah, same thing. I can't remember. It was something drive-in, Panther drive-in. I can't remember the name of it anymore.
When my family started doing a little bit better for themselves, basically when my mom actually went back and finished college, we would splurge by going to a Hostess shop. I don't think they even exist anymore, but it was a store that just sold Hostess goods, Hostess bread, Hostess stuff. And the thing we were allowed to splurge on each week was to go in and get one fruit pie. And guess what I always got?
Ninja Turtle.
That is right. And that is why the Ninja Turtle pie is like such an ingrained part of my childhood, because that was like the special thing that I could get, and for the longest time was completely unavailable to me. And not only was this special treat, it was Ninja Turtle. And I loved Ninja Turtles so much.
Were you going to be a Ninja Turtle?
I was going to be a Ninja Turtle. I remember one time I wanted to scare away this bully when I was a kid, so I put on my Ninja Turtle pajamas and ran outside and threatened to beat him up.
How'd that go?
They laughed at me, and I felt bad.
Did you feel powerful?
No, I ran home and put on my Sunday clothes and pretended to be the trailer park manager and told them they were going to get thrown out of their house. I was a stupid child. I was a stupid adult, but I was a really stupid child.
No, you know, I was going to say, like, we've all kind of been that kid.
Yeah.
That feels that, like...
I kept running home and just changing my clothes. Like, what'll get him? Oh, my goodness.
I have never heard of a child that had a stroke that young.
But I definitely remember this. There was a couple outfits, but I definitely remember the Sunday clothes and the Ninja Turtle pajamas. Michael is Charlie from Always Sunny. Oh no.
Yeah, I can actually see that. So Charlie is probably the smartest yet the stupidest character in the show. Like, he is immensely competent at the things that he is told to do, and does them stupidly good, but is also fucking retarded. So yes,
No.
like he is actually, like, has serious issues, but when it comes to running that bar, it wouldn't run without him.
Nope.
Yeah. We had an A&W drive-in. We could only afford 2 frosted mugs to share every couple of months. Man, those large frosted mugs are awesome. Yeah. I've been wanting to try. I wanted to try one time we were driving by. It didn't work out. But Frost Top, which I believe is in Ohio. It's like an A&W competitor, but it's kind of only specific to the Ohio area.
A&W's over. We had them in Kentucky.
Frost Top.
Never heard of them. Says they're in Minnesota.
What?
Says they're in Minnesota. Right there. Michigan, Minnesota.
Oh, are still available in supermarkets and convenience stores in those locations.
Okay.
No, that's where I remember getting them, was because I could buy a Frost Top root beer at our local Cub, and it was, they had a vintage or something, vanilla root beer. Best root beer. No, cream soda. Vanilla cream soda.
Yeah,
Best
that
cream
makes
soda
sense.
I've ever had. Amazing. And you get it to frost, like put it in the fridge, get cold, and then like 10 minutes before you had it, put in the freezer for a little while. Get it ice cold. So good. And then they just stopped selling it, and I've never found it since.
It's probably
apparently
around
it's
here
at
somewhere.
Whole Foods,
Okay.
but I'm not paying for
drive.
Whole Foods prices. I don't know if her butt's up enough.
No, you gotta put up more. I don't want it to look like she's only butt now. Okay, she's more butt than man now. That looks good.
That's a lot better.
Yeah.
It's just going to be these.
She's so cute.
Getting some of these positions are going to be a little difficult because I'm going to have to really adjust some stuff. Does the rest of her work okay?
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty cute.
It's the best I'm going to do.
Yeah. The friend I did the whole Joseph thing with, that's the friend. We killed those crawdads by putting a bunch of them in a tank, and then just, I think as kids we completely wiped out the crawdad population in that creek, because it wasn't a huge creek, and there were crawdads living in it, and we just cleared them out. We were like, where'd they all go? I enjoyed catching them. And then one day they were just all gone, and we're like, oh, there's not as many as there used to be. We like had our own personal trailer park overfishing. Not that anybody would want to eat those. The whole creek was just runoff from the sewage plant. But I think that was the same friend who we dug up the big derps.
He's trying to find you.
I'll get that ladybug.
She loves everybody.
Yeah, we tore up that friend's yard one day because we found this big thing of clay in the yard, and we were like, we can turn this into pottery. And then we like presented the pottery to his mom. She's like, where did you get that? Backyard. And there's like holes in our backyard where we dug up like all the clay. And he wasn't happy about that. She was like torn between her child made her like these little pots, and the fact that there was now a hole in her backyard. Oh, kids are great. How would you feel if a child just dug holes in your backyard? Would that make you proud of the children?
Proud?
Yeah.
If some random child.
Yeah, I was.
Do I know this child?
They're a neighborhood. You're aware of them.
I don't know their names.
Yeah, I don't know any names either.
I know the dog's name, and that's the only thing I know of her name.
Boomer.
It's Boomer.
Actually, I know none of the names of any of our neighbors. Just Boomer.
I just know Boomer because they come outside and say Boomer, and they yell at him. That is the only reason I know
We
the
learned
dog.
the dog's name and no one else.
Yes, this is the American
I
way.
think it says something.
But Boomer's cute. Kids aren't cute. They're kids.
Yeah, they're destructive. Disease ridden. They are. They carry diseases. Children.
They carry diseased children.
They are diseased children, so they carry themselves around. But yes. Kids are only okay if they're your kids, and then only if they like just be a child like I was a child, because I wasn't that much of a handful. I didn't think. I mostly just like I either went outside and rode my bike around the town, or played in the woods or something. Came back covered in ticks. all the time. And my mom, I was like, Mom, look for ticks. And she would. Because that's just how you did. My mom was a character. She still is. Sometimes her character gets under my skin, but she's fun. Parents. I'm gonna go see her a couple weekends, 2 weekends from now. Been a bit. Looking forward to it. When was the last time you saw your mom?
My mom has been at my grandmother's for a while.
Oh, that makes sense.
I think she's back in town right now, though. Probably more than likely I'll see them fairly soon. There we go. Trying to like recover the positioning. I really don't need to change her body butt position, whatever. I do want to twist it, but I think it's easier to keep everything straight and then twist it later afterwards. When is Easter? Is that next weekend?
Yeah. Easter's next weekend, and then I leave the weekend after that. We should color eggs. I got food coloring. That's all you need is just food coloring and vinegar. We have all the stuff.
We
Need more eggs.
well, there's a rule of no.
But we already have all this stuff.
No.
Here's a life hack for y'all. You don't buy the egg coloring kits. They're just overpriced food coloring and tablets. That's all they are, is food color tablets.
It's not about price. Sometimes it's about convenience. Being able to just say, I got everything. I'm done.
No, you still need to buy the vinegar separate.
Everybody has vinegar.
Yeah.
Salad dressing.
Yes. Dip it in salad dressing. See what happens.
Damn it. I just did that. Damn it. I wanted to do it only within this time frame.
I remember growing up, we would go on these Easter egg hunts at my aunt's house. But my mom would always have this quiet rule at my Aunt Patty's. Like, you can go Easter egg hunting, but once any eggs you get, you have to throw them out. Because my mother did not trust my Aunt Patty to not give us like some form of poisoning.
Spoiled eggs, or
Yeah, they were. Like, our family was not well off, but they were the family that I considered poor, and they just did not take care. Like, I'm kind of glad, knowing my aunt, that we didn't eat those eggs. They were probably undercooked and spoiled.
they were cooked.
They were hopefully. But yeah, my mother was always like, okay, you can go on Easter eggs, do not eat them. I think after a few years, she just convinced her to do plastic eggs with candy inside of them. Like, we went out for eggs at her house and they wouldn't even be colored. It was just boiled eggs.
Now, see, this is the problem here. Like, I can put her head down, but you still can't see her hoof.
That's his big head.
Yeah, because in the show, they actually kind of like play around with proportions when they need to. In here, I can't, or here actually. Think about how long that hoof is.
It's very
These
long.
are all the proportion, and it can't get past her head.
Well, this
is going past her horn.
Stretch it past her head. You're not going to see it from that angle.
The problem is as it's coming up, it's going to be extending to that distance. So, yeah, I mean, I can, but it's going to be kind of obvious that she's like doing some hoof stuff.
Mind hoof stuff.
And I don't mind it clipping a little bit.
Easter pony's just Pinky. Well, we have a calendar upstairs right now that has that's like
that
Easter,
better?
that's pony themed. Yes, perfect. It's that's
Looks like a Freddie Mercury thing.
Yeah. And it's Fluttershy in a little bunny outfit on the calendar for this month, and she's got like little Easter eggs. It's very cute.
She laid eggs.
You might have. I think ponies lay eggs. It's pony eggs. I've seen pictures. No.
So I feel like her head is low enough and down enough for that. Let me fix the back legs just to get it all done. Did
Just
I?
twiggling. Time for one more drink after this drink. I have to throw out some of these cans.
It looks like this was bent a little bit.
Could do that bottle of mead that's upstairs.
That stuff was very dry, not in the bad way, but in the hard way.
And that it was very alcoholic.
It was very alcoholic. Like, I think we had like one beer and then a glass that last time, and I felt way more intoxicated than I was just having.
I consider that a good thing.
Yeah, maybe, but I felt like I drank way too much.
Mead's good.
Here you can see her bending the leg quite a bit, but not much I can do here. Here they showed bending at like an elbow position. That doesn't make sense from a horse perspective that it would bend there.
You know, of horses.
I could stretch it to make it.
If you put her in a dress, you could hide some stuff.
Yeah, I might be able to stretch it a little bit, but no, we're not doing a dress.
I'm reminded of that Mentally Advanced series where some evil character that was created by the series stole Twilight's only dress and was wearing it. It's her gala dress. So, happened to remember that, and she was very upset. It's like, that's like my only dress, and you're stretching it out.
I gotta stretch her back leg out too.
You have vertigo. Do you recall it happening when you had a lack of caffeine? I think that's...
When you have vertigo, do you recall it happening when you have lack of caffeine? No. So it is... If there's any relation to caffeine, it's coincidental. It's nothing specific to. It's more of... It tends to do most of the times with blood rushes to the head. So if I stand up really quickly after, like, say you squat for a little while, and when you squat, your body pressure will put pressure on your legs, pushing blood out of it into the rest of your body. And then when you stand up, all the blood will rush to those areas again, and it usually will decrease the amount of blood in your head. So when I stand, I will get very lightheaded, and if it triggers enough, it will throw me into a vertigo phase, and then I'll be there for a while. Or if I'm like leaning over a bed, or I turn my head upside down, anytime I drastically change the blood pressure to my head is when I get hit with it the hardest.
Don't do that.
Yeah, I don't like it to do that.
No. Because
That's a major uptick in my vertigo episodes and the corresponding lack of caffeine. No, my vertigo is identical mostly with my ears. It's nothing to do with any chemical imbalance that I know of. And changes in blood pressure to my head will change how my ears perceive things because of just pressure things. And that tends to be where it's at the most issues. No, I definitely always have a lack of caffeine because you can never have enough.
Mm-hmm. It's true, and then you can also have too much.
My normal per day is one coffee, one soda. But when I go to work, I go to a gas station, pick up coffee, and I get a large coffee there, which is like probably about this in coffee, but the coffee from there
It's
is
not one coffee then.
but their coffee's
It's like
way
3 coffees.
that's way weaker than normal coffee. Like the coffee I make at home is way better, way more concentrated
Yes.
and better.
I'm drinking K-cups at work. That's what I consider a cup of coffee.
But that is equivalent of like a half a cup of what I make, not even. No, the stuff when I pick it up is at the gas station is not as good, but it's just the easiest way to do things.
I have had 3 cups of coffee today because I needed it, because I, again, didn't go to bed till 1:30 last night. And then before that, I don't think I went to bed until like 12:30. So I'm really looking forward to sleep tonight.
No.
Please. I still need to do that whole Velcro thing with the curtains I was talking about. So that I can just like sleep. Of course.
Once things warm up, after digging around in here and finding all the little spots that I still have cold air, there's I took the screen out of here because I was playing around at this window, and there's an area across the bottom that the cold air is coming in at where the water main is over there. There's a ton of cold air that comes in. There's one of the windows I got to do. The front door all the way around the outside, I got to caulk that. Like,
It wouldn't be a bad idea shoving some insulation in that where that water thing is.
there's already insulation in most of it, but it's right to concrete unless I fill that whole wall with it. Sure, but then if I block that off, I don't want to have it where the water main's getting frozen. It needs to get some heat from the radiant heat from the wall, so I can't block that off from that. So I want to block it off so the door doesn't have cold air coming out. We want to make sure that the wall radiant heat is getting in.
Because wasn't that the issue with the pipe over here? Is they blocked off the heat from the house?
No, that was my father.
Yeah.
And that was, we put insulation up above the basement wall into the cavity by it, but it wasn't pushed all the way back, so part of the hose was left exposed to the outside as we technically insulated it from the house.
Yeah, and it froze.
And then it froze, yes.
Yeah.
But thankfully it was a very small portion, so it didn't cause...
We caught it pretty quick too.
And we were able to just shove the insulation back there, throw some warm water, and let it sit, and it worked.
I was like I remember trying to pour like hot water down the pipe and everything else, trying to get it to move again.
That would kind of work, but eventually you just fill the pipe.
Yes. So it really wasn't working.
But it was just needed to shove. I think all we did was shove the insulation back there and then waited.
Yeah, and then it cleared up.
Because then we moved the piping inside the house. I was watching a thing, Technology Connections did a video. It was an hour and 20 minutes long, talking about, and I already kind of knew this, but like your heating element in your house is way too big. And I already knew that for the last place, because when we replaced that one, we put in a smaller one. And it was perfectly fine. But he was saying, like, he did a whole test. He's like, yeah, my furnace is running at 30%. 30% on occasion throughout the whole winter. Why only 30%? Like, it's capable of doing 100%. And at the coldest it will ever get here, the max it hits is 30%. Oh, 30% time.
30% of the time it's running, yeah.
Yeah. He goes, but they're built to run 100. And so he's like,
Probably better for them to not run off as much.
no, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And so he did a whole thing where he did the math for it through 3 different means and came to the conclusion that his furnace is 4 times larger than he needed. And
They try to upsell you.
not upsell as much. It's that the information that they have to deem what you should have is so poor that they just err on the side of caution. Just say whatever you have now is what you're going to get. Because if it worked before, it's going to work then. He ended up convincing his parents to go with a heat pump.
Yeah.
And
Which is super efficient.
And but they normally are more expensive. But he's like, but they shouldn't be. It's probably just because they don't do them often. And so, but he had a whole long video in there. But yeah, Nolan's saying I love Technology Connections. He's snarky. He's super snarky, and the snarkiness is awesome. I love snarky people. So
I mean, all a heat pump really does is like goes deep into the ground, right?
No. But heat pump is an air conditioner in reverse.
Oh yeah.
It's literally you take the air conditioner and you say go the other way. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Because what's the difference?
No, that's right.
An air conditioner is about moving the cooler air to, or moving the coolness inside and the heat outside. Where in a heat pump, it's about throwing the cold outside, the heat inside. Only because the material they're using has such a different like boiling point that they can take heat from nothing, essentially.
Yeah.
But the difference is always you can only heat or cool things a certain amount beyond what the current ambient temperature is, and heat pumps ambient that it can modify is not as good. But for the most part, it just means it has to run more often, but they're super efficient, so who cares?
Yeah.
But yeah,
burning.
he heated his entire
electricity,
townhome
but-
using 5 electric heaters. And because then he could plug them into a wall and keep track of how many BTUs is actually creating and figuring out what his house needed to maintain a temp by having a device that he plugged in that when it was plugged in, it would detect what the temperature is around and only run power through the line when it hit a certain temp. So basically it was a thermostat.
Yeah.
And he goes, yep. So all my other calculation matched exactly with what my house was saying it was needed. Other than a couple small situations, like under the sink, it wasn't as insulated. So he had to put Christmas lights in there to just keep it warm.
Like the old incandescent.
The old incandescent ones and stuff.
Those are great for heating. Not great for light.
But it means that normally their recommendation is get a smart thermostat, build some data, because it can keep track of how often things are run, and then supply that when you're getting your furnace replaced of saying, this is what my current one is running at. What can we do?
Stuff's going to keep getting smarter and smarter, more efficient.
But that makes data, and they're saying use the data you have. And so I've been wanting to get a smart thermostat for a little while. I just don't like I don't like Google having my information about stuff, but I kind of want to get one so that we have a little more control of it. Now that I think about the metrics, would be handy. House stuff.
Google knows all of my kinks, but that's fine. Big Derp. Hey, Derp, Google knows about that.
The Derpy kink?
Yeah. Wait, what? They know how adorable she is. Go bed. Good night, Legendary.
Good night, Legendary. Okay, switch legs are down right now. We need.
I mean, anytime I look up anything on Google, I end up just getting ads for it forever, and I just I've become very about it. It's like they're gonna show me ads on something.
It's going to show you ads on something, and if you do personalized ads, I feel like it's going to start. It's going to start telling you the things you should buy without the information about what you should buy. Where if it's non-personalized, you're going to start getting things of like, why the hell am I looking at this? So it's a curse no matter what. I'd rather just be cursed in a private manner.
I kind of wouldn't, because then I end up getting commercials that I'm like have had to go on Google to say, please stop showing this. I don't want to see this.
YouTube lately has been really recommending me small channels. Like people like with content that I don't care about. I don't know where, just out of nowhere in the last month. I don't know if anybody else been that way too. Probably maybe in a month, maybe last 2 to 3 weeks, just suddenly these like tiny channels that like have nothing to do with anything. Maybe in some small way, it's something I clicked
Could be
once.
they're paying for the.
No, they're like 100 view channels.
Yeah,
like 100 view a video. Like this is your tiny, just out of nowhere.
Well, you
it's
pay.
Just been super
you
weird.
pay not to have ads on YouTube.
Yeah.
Like that's the ads I'm talking about. It's the ones you pay not to have.
Yeah. Oh, that was one I don't care. I never see ads.
Yeah.
I watch enough YouTube.
Cheating.
I'm
YouTube.
I'm getting no ads and still giving creators their money. That was the best balance for me. Yeah. I gotta use the rest from.
I just end up watching the ads.
Yeah. You can watch ads. I don't care.
Okay. This is rainbow-ish. This is rainbow-ish. 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 Rainbow-ish.
Wait, what did you do?
Nothing.
Wait, what did you do?
Exactly as it
Rainbow
was.
Dash. Wait, you
No.
This is my Rainbow Dash now.
Rainbow-ish.
Well, you don't get her anymore. You did something to my video. No. You're gonna abuse her. In this entire time, all it did was copy one small
I
portion.
had to fix the ears and make the plep because I used the VN.
Why didn't you use? You know what? No. I made a group of her. No, she's dead.
Oh,
She's happy about it. She's like, yeah. Wait, there, go dance. She's actually kind of right off the edge.
oh.
In fact, did you know that the omega sign is used in sociology as a symbol representing the lowest denomination of citizens? Well, omega tends to be the lowest number of anything. They give.
Like, no. He's suffocating. Rude.
What? Hold on.
I'm doing. No. No. No, this is not a no way to treat a plushie. There's no way to treat a plushie. Nice. That is.
It's just Vader's Day.
Yeah. Gotta be nice to your plushie.
It's Vader's Day.
Not very nice the Rainbow Day is.
I think Vader's safe here because I'm working on getting. I have some sound insulation. I'm gonna work on getting up on the wall tomorrow. A little fuzzy in her ear. Oh, this is the string there. Okay.
See, that's the way. Gotta groom them.
Rainbow Kidnap.
It's like, oh no. I think I did read a Facebook post. It's like, would you want Pinkie Pie to exist, but only you can see her and touch her, and everybody around you will think she's insane? And I just posted a picture of Burns from The Simpsons doing a gift like, nobody can hear your screams. It's like, that's perfect. Look at her go. You need like a pie chair just for ponies in the background.
Trying to think of how fast. So I'm trying to figure out actually in here. I'm thinking since I moved everything over here, at some point I might move that further that way, and get an actual couch, something over there, Mainly because like if I want to read a book or something, I have a nice area for that.
Sure, you have an area in your bedroom for that?
Yeah, it's a pompous-on, but that's more of like a before bed thing. I want to go and chill. And I think I want to get over below the pictures I put over there. I want to put a trunk or something, mainly for I want to be able to hide my like posts for stuff.
There are 4-foot tall ponies in Virginia. Oh, wowee.
That's from the top of their head or from their back? Now that I think about it, I do have to adjust this a bit because when she's doing her thing, it's not just 2 poses. There's actually 4. It's the extremes of both, but she also still, when transitioning between these two, has both her hooves on the ground at some point. Right now, I don't have that.
I'm gonna put Rainbow Dash back on the couch.
Why?
I don't want to use the restroom.
Oh,
Look,
well, I mean, I guess if Rainbow Dash needs to go away, because Michael doesn't want horses around. We'll put her on the couch, the spot that is definitely there, so that you can boop her every time you use a shower.
You put her there. You tempt me.
This is the forbidden rainbow. That's a horse butt. No, Michael,
her tail's so poofy.
Michael, what are you doing?
What? Her tail's so poofy. I was looking at her tail. I was over here. Come Rainbow Dash.
That's right front. Okay, so that's good. We will out. Oh, I don't like how that worked. If you just saw how that worked. That arm's closest position was backwards. That's not good. Okay, I don't know what's going on with those back legs, but is she comfy?
Yeah, she's back on the sofa. She's a comfy horse. I'm always worried with those plushies. It's just like I'm gonna damage them every time I touch them. These are nice plushies.
Mm-hmm.
I got one of them Luna plushies yesterday from Symbio. It's pretty nice. The wings are posable, which was unexpected, but a nice surprise. Definitely gonna see a lot of those plushies at cons going forward. They need to release the Derpy one.
Release the Derpy cut.
Because I always remember that being the one thing with the 4th dimension, that they never released the Luna and the Derpy like they said they were going to. They had pictures of the prototypes, but they never put them out.
Okay, so there. So I have her, so her body goes up a little bit and then back down again. So I just got to do the equivalent here. So this is left and right.
I do think I have all the 4D. I have even 2 variants of Doctor Who. One with normal eyes and one with bedroom eyes. All right.
Got bedroom horses. Bedroom stallions.
Why they released two different versions of Doctor Who's with two different kind of eyes, but they couldn't do Derpy. But come on, what was up with that? Like they did Trixie, which I have, but not Derpy. Trixie came first in their mind.
I'm gonna guess that she was more relevant at the time.
And Derpy? At what time?
No, Trixie was probably in the show doing more stuff, had more episodes, was more relevant at that time. Derpy was still popular, but Trixie was an actual canon character, while Derpy was a fan character
She's in the
that
show,
wasn't
sir.
recognized by the developer, by the creators, and until later. They tried doing it earlier, but the reaction of everything going on probably meant they didn't want to touch that at this point.
Maybe. They didn't put out Luna either at the same time. So there was.
Yeah, because Luna was irrelevant. Luna's not cute.
I was on a pre-order list for the Luna because she was out for pre-orders for 2.5 years before I finally gave up. They kept coming up like, do you want to renew your pre-order? Do you want to renew your pre-order? And then after all, I was like, this isn't coming out, is it? And they're just asking me to renew a pre-order on something that's never going to exist.
Was it ever released?
Nope.
So what it's saying is, can we keep your money?
They were basically, yeah. Can we hold on to your money? You don't need it, right? Because I reserved a Luna plush for you. 2.5
Big Derp.
years. Big Derp. She did it. She licked the screen.
She did lick the screen. You feel the lick?
I felt it in my heart. Derpy licked my heart.
That, okay, well, I will call a doctor.
She's like, tasty. Derpy craves.
Okay, there we go. So it's probably a little quick. Actually, it's probably the right amount. Once I only need to have a couple frames that her actual hooves are solid on the ground. If I made this like too long, it would look like they hit the ground, then kind of stop and sluggishly lift off again. Where if I made it too short, it would look like before they even hit the ground, the next one is already lifting. I only really need like 2 or 3 frames where they're actually both solidly on the ground before moving on to the next. So here it's going to look really quick, but it probably is fine. But I do need to shrink this down right now.
Make the hole small.
Well, like for how fast she's doing this, I probably can. I'm gonna guess I probably should actually put it somewhere like this. Maybe not. Okay. Because
my mindset for the Ponyistocracy is pretty much completely based around the Fall of the Forest fanfiction.
I'm trying to think of like how fast this rate is.
I mean, they animated the show and like it's probably whatever the standard animation for the show was. You can probably look that up.
Well, no, I'm thinking that
Probably 24 frames.
no, it's not 24 frames. It's how fast is the audio.
No.
So like how fast is she actually doing things? Because if I were to say that she was ending at this point, this is saying half second. I feel like this is probably pretty accurate. So if I were to say this is a full loop, and then go like this.
It's so cute. Those little hooves. Probably pretty great to have hooves.
Okay, that's a little quick. Okay, and so do so I can do an extension, but how I need to know how long this is. Okay, so now this is exactly 1. Still feels really quick. So we're going to extend it just a bit more. Okay, and now we're going to put that here and here. Okay, and then we're going to go to here.
I brought up the Sonic the Hedgehog thing earlier. Are you afraid of what's in that container at this point? Because I know that stuff can last forever, but you're really testing the boundaries.
We just haven't. Okay, we haven't had. When's it? Okay, define to me a time that we could actually do it.
Right now.
No, it's not just about making it. People want to see it, and so we'd have to actually.
Yeah, that camera, it can swivel.
No, like the whole
Right in
process
front
of
you.
everything. The whole idea, like, no, I want to do it, but it probably wouldn't be this weekend. Maybe.
Have this conversation in 3 years.
Schedule it.
Ah, no, eat your fucking son.
Schedule it. I think this is the right time.
I agree.
I'm going with the audio. I'm trying to. It's pretty close to the original.
So what out there is gonna be gray. And like, is Sonic always supposed to be gray? So you could probably get money for that thing now. This is a collectible. I think it was online. It was not for sale anywhere.
Okay, so this is. Right there, okay. But what have these disconnected? So this will give her a little bit of that like up and down motion that you're getting. Not quite that much, surprisingly. Because here I feel like there's a lot more of it. Oh, you know what? I bet you it is. When she goes into her motion, you can see her butt goes forward a lot more. In these, I don't have her butt going forward. I bet you what I need to do is either in this part or in this part. And I think I'm going to do it in this part because it's easier. I need to pull her butt back. I need to do like a little bit of this.
It's just a little tube. Which is just like a little horse tube. Legs.
This whole show is horse tubes. Like, not in a weird way. Like, just like literally all the horses are just a combination of they are Al Gore's internet.
The horses are a series of tubes.
Like everything about them is literally just tubes. And
all living creatures.
to a degree,
They're all
yes.
tubes.
The most fun definition I've ever seen for biological everything is when it's a single-celled organism. At some point, you have to take food in, and it has to pass through something to come out the butt. So there is some kind of a connection from the top of the system to the bottom that has something pass all the way through it. That has to for food and whatever. And the idea is, so is your species mouth first or butt first? which does the hole start from? And it's actually kind of funny. I can't remember which humans were, but that's why they said two-dimensional creatures can't exist.
Yeah.
Because anything that they would need to do to absorb or take something in would require something having it in and out, and therefore it would completely cut that organism in half. That's why it's no.
What if the organism was just electric? You could do one-dimensional circuitry.
One-dimensional electricity?
Yeah. Graphite can move atom to atom.
But what about waste?
There would be none. Robots don't poop.
But it's also about getting rid of waste, like the things that are wrong with you, the things that are bad.
Robots don't poop.
Okay, well, they wouldn't exist in a two-dimensional universe.
I guess if a single atom is considered three-dimensional, then yes, it could not exist.
No,
Maybe.
our atom is two-dimensional.
Is it? They can really get down to it?
Talking about atom to...
Oh, that atom.
Yeah, okay.
I want to, they have invented robots that poop, and then they sell them to little girls as toys.
Adam today, he went and grabbed some food, and then he turned around and he just took like 3 steps. And his last step, he like stumbled a bunch, and I'm like, what happened? He goes, I stepped on my foot wrong. Walking straight. Like you weren't taking a corner, you're walking straight. Yeah.
Family history of weak ankles.
But I mean, like when you're walking and suddenly, like, I don't know why, but my ankle took a 90-degree turn at that moment.
Didn't you say you did something like that on with your foot one time with like the stairs?
No, I always skip stairs when I go. You can hear you. I always go downstairs, skipping every other stair. And at that that stair, I wasn't paying attention, and my toe went under my foot. Or enough that when I hit the stair, it rolled under my foot and then popped it completely, and I think broke it. It was one of the most painful things I've ever experienced. I went head first down the rest of the stairs.
Yeah, I used to fall down the stairs a lot when I was a kid.
Well, yeah, but I'm not talking because I was like special or anything.
Like, I don't know how I managed to fall down it was my grandparents' stairs. I fell down them at least a dozen times. I don't know why. I think they were slippery stairs. I was a small child who probably shouldn't have been climbing up and down stairs. Stairs are hard for children.
Stairs are probably one of the most dangerous things out there. If you think about it. Like we're gonna make multiple levels of flat surfaces that you have to delicately and carefully traverse. But as you get older,
yeah,
you never will be able to use your house again. That basement gone. Like they have
my grandmother still uses her stairs. She's in her 90s.
Yeah, but the problem is, like, every time you go up and down it, you're just rolling the dice for death.
Yeah,
like death is waiting at the bottom of the stairs, the finger like this.
Like I might have mentioned it before, but my grandmother had a really close call a few years back where she was sleepwalking, and she semi-sleepwalking, I guess, sleep dazed. I don't know what you would call it. That's interesting. I just noticed that over there. But
that?
Yeah,
I've had that for like 2 months.
Yeah, I just noticed it.
I got it for $2.
But I don't know what it is. Okay, that's crazy. Anyway,
it's Cortana, man.
But it was stairs to the basement, yeah, in her house, and they have the stairs to the basement. Like, they have a bathroom in their main bedroom, but just outside the room is the stairs to the basement. And she says that she thought the door to the bathroom or the basement was the door to the bathroom. And in her daze, she went in there, took her first step, and tumbled. Like, she was just like, we're talking a woman, small, she's like 110 pounds, my grandmother. And she just tumbles down these stairs in the middle of the night, freaking 86 years old. She broke so many bones. And my grandfather, he ran downstairs as quick as he could. He's not great with the stairs, to get to her and called for the ambulance, but she passed out like at the bottom stairs. She was like,
enough broken bones. Yeah, you're just gonna pass out from pain. And
yeah,
stuff.
like she was conscious at first when he got to her, but she just passed out shortly after. She was in a full, like she had like that whole rig to keep her head straight on for like 5 months.
Because it was broken, or because they weren't sure.
No, because she had broken her neck. Like,
Yeah, your body-
she didn't sever her spine, so she didn't like become a paraplegic. But yeah, they had her in
Got
the
lucky.
hole. She got real lucky. Like, I think her arm was broken, her foot was broken.
Ponies are measured in hands. 1 hand equals 4 inches. We say that MLP pony is measured in hooves, and a hoof is 4 inches. So how many hooves tall is Twilight?
I think the general consensus is that on all fours they're like 3 feet tall, and if they stand on their back legs, they're 5. That's all.
That's the general consensus, or is that just you looking into a horse way too much?
That's them comparing against the one thing they measured, which was the 7-foot candy cane.
That is a pretty accurate measure, yes.
Yes, they're like, that's the 7-foot candy cane, and then that became like the entire basis for measuring all the horses. But they are tiny ponies.
3 feet tall
3 feet on all fours.
for all 4 characters. I think that's pretty decent.
Yeah, you won't immediately crush them. They're not paying attention. I guess.
What you're saying is they're so cute.
They're tiny horses.
No, you said they're tiny.
Yeah, they're tiny.
3 feet. 3 feet's like here.
Yeah.
They could murder you if you were not watching. You're gonna die to a horse. Which I think you're gonna be like, yes!
Described my perfect death.
Come to me, horse. I yearn for your embrace of cold death.
I'm just saying, if you rode one of them, and they're only 3 feet tall, and that's like the top of their head, your feet are gonna drag, and they're not gonna be very happy with you. Unless you're like a small child, you can't ride the horse.
Oh my god, I'm sorry. You are neither small or a child.
I can try. You will not be happy. Here, but ponies.
Okay, there. I fixed her eyes. So I think, for the most part, I can consider that pretty good. Is that looking pretty good, Michael?
Yeah, I'm enjoying this. It's good. What would you?
And her hooves look pretty locked. Her hooves are pretty locked. Basement. What's a basement? We're in a basement. Oh, stupid face. It's 20 minutes. Like after.
I feel like basements were invented because somebody's like, we built this foundation. It's got 4 walls. Let's just keep it hollowed out. I'm sure nothing can go bad. And then the walls started bowing inward, and the basement started flooding. And they were like, "This was a horrible idea." And
it's more of
there.
There's the space under the house that's already got foundation. Let's make use of it. But then there's all these other problems you have to manage.
Yeah.
I like basements, but like here we have a very large basement.
Yeah.
Compared to like just a cellar. A small cellar where you can store things is pretty nice because even if it gets wet, you're like.
When I was house hunting, when I got my house, they showed me a house which had a dirt floor basement. And I was like, this seems like a bad idea. And the washer and dryer were down there, and you kind of had to duck your head a little bit because it wasn't that deep. It was an odd house. I was definitely browsing on a budget. What it doesn't have.
Thing is, like, so we ended up having to redo like half of this basement, which then is like, well, I could have bought a place with an unfinished basement and then done it. But the problem is, you could have saved a significant amount of money on the loan, but if say like the place was like 70,000 less, well, that's $60,000 less in the loan, but it's only going to ever so slightly change your monthly payment, but it's not going to change your down payment much. So like, it's more of that's like, I would still not have been able to afford it to get a cheaper place and then just redo it myself because I didn't have that money at that time.
Yeah.
So it kind of makes sense, but Flood does not have those. The water table is only a couple of feet down. Oh yeah, no, that makes sense. There's certain, it depends on the area. Here it depends on the area kind of too. That we are not in a flood area. That's why it was a little weird for us. We use gators to get rid of bodies. Or did you buy a house with an unfinished basement? No, it was finished completely,
and then
100%. And then we had to tear out half of it and redo it.
I kind of always felt guilty because I was the one who found it first, and I feel like there's a small part of your mind still to this day that
no, there was nothing there was a lake behind me, and the fact that you found the lake does not change the fact that there was a lake there.
It's like I still remember that moment because I came downstairs because you wanted me to show me a game you were playing, and I was like, okay, and I walked behind you,
and
like,
your imprint of the foot was still on the floor.
My foot's wet. And then it slowly got worse and worse. Like maybe it's just a small crack and we can just.
Oh no! It was panic moment from immediately. It got worse very quickly. And if we didn't catch it as early as we did, and that was BabsCon that weekend. Yeah. So if we would have actually went to BabsCon, it would have been a really bad thing. But no, it was finished. We refinished it. But let's say you bought a place that was unfinished and it was like 60,000 less. So everything down here costs about 60,000 to fully do, and that was fun. If I bought it for 60,000 less, it doesn't mean that I suddenly have 60,000 more in pocket. It just means I have a smaller down payment and a smaller monthly payment, but I don't have that money. So then I would just be left with an unfinished basement that I didn't have the money with at that time. So it made sense by buying the finish. It cost me more on the loan, but less initially. Because it was all under the loan then, but then we had to redo it anyway. But it ended up being much better. I'm very happy. I'm much happier now with what we did.
We have some space we didn't even know existed.
Yeah, we got to rearrange things more. I got to learn a few things that made me more comfortable with doing some other changes to things and stuff.
And that sub pump site already paid for itself a little bit.
We got two options: either Celestia or another princess. Looking at Twilight, dancing utterly befuddled. Or Spitfire falling from vertigo, drinking energy drink and passing out.
Yeah, or Spitfire. Why? I feel like she's an athlete. Why would she suddenly get dizzy?
Because she drank too much energy drinks.
That's just what the youngins do.
She's not young. I would say she's probably in her 30s.
Early 30s, yeah. You can only...
If she's the head of the Wonderbolts, she would have had to have already been a recruit and then grown up.
Yes,
I would
but
probably
to be able to
think,
still perform, you still have to be at your physical best, and you only get that through like your mid 30s.
I would probably say at the maybe late 30s, but not much in terms of human years.
Like as far
nothing
as like
beyond
professional athletes are concerned, most don't get past.
But
their mid-30s.
She can be the head of the squad and performing stunts, but doesn't mean she has to be performing the most extreme of the stunts.
Yeah,
she can still be performing in some of the other things, letting the youngins do the more extreme stuff.
Yeah, but she was definitely still performing.
Really, Oklahoma rarely hit basements because of high clay content of the soil expands and contracts the water table, causing cracks and water seepage. Yeah, we have we actually are in a pretty clay high area, but again, we just don't have much water here. We're nowhere near, well, we're by a lake, but it's like 2 miles away. That is the closest, and the land's pretty flat. So we don't have any areas that water would sit or anything. It's just with that 1 year we had exceptional amount of snow, and then we found 2 spots in the house that the previous owners had done some very inverse thinking and how to mitigate that ended up causing a bigger problem, and now those have been mitigated, so there's not as much of a problem, but the sump's in anyway.
Now I have a cellar for my booze.
But the sump that we have installed only goes for about 2/3 of the basement. It does not cover all of it. There is still some of the basement that is not covered, but the areas that aren't covered are less of a risk. So I'm just going to watch those myself and just try to be more careful with it. We'll try to load Spitfire.
But yes, the nice thing is if the sewage line backs up, we have learned that the sub pump will take care of
That happens.
mess.
So.
So that's a nice discovery.
My hope is that I can go 6 to maybe 12 months without a significant thing exploding, costing me a bunch of money. Because it's been a rough year.
So it
So
would be a really bad joke if I was to go. Oh wow, that'd be a bad joke.
no, I know it wouldn't be. The sump is there. Like if it's wet, that is actually covered by the sump people.
Yeah,
They've stated that if there's any water that seeps inside, they will cover the repairs needed for anything that
so
gets
long as
damaged.
it's on a side that has the.
As long as it is a failure of their system. So yes. But I still don't want to go through that whole process again. Whether or not they pay for it doesn't matter. It's having to tear everything out again.
It took the better part of a year to put the basement back together.
Yeah, I spent more time having the house in pieces than I spent having the house. So yes,
It's kind of crazy if I take if I find the mental picture of what this basement looked like for a while and look at it now, it's kind of impressive.
like my parents have been like I've been like, I got so much stuff I still want to do, and they're like, you've done a lot in 1 year. We're not even at 1 year since everything happened,
Yeah.
and we've turned everything upside down 3 times.
I would say
yeah.
you're finally getting some decorations up, but the basement's fixed. The basement is 100%.
Yeah, but it's just
Took a while.
expensive. It's just so much money.
Cherry fusion. That actually sounds tasty.
It's look at it's Atomic Punch.
Now with isotopes, like straight out of Fallout. No, look at Spitfire. She's cute. It's cool you got to meet her mom. It does kind of imply that her dad is dead, but they're separated. Who knows? Just always drink. I think. Oh my. What was it? The episode where Spitfire and was training with Rainbow Dash for the Equestria games. They all have feed bags on. I think that's one of my favorite scenes. Horses doing horse stuff is the best. Hasbro, again, since you're watching, because I know you are, ponies. Have them be ponies. It's great.
Are you talking about Wizards of the Coast now?
Yeah, well, they're failing at that too. I think they piss people off again.
Did you hear that Larian has come out to confirm that they are done developing for Baldur's Gate?
They're not gonna do it again.
They're gonna do updates or fixes and bug fixes, but they're doing no DLC, no future content. The game is done.
Yeah.
Which they said they were working on DLC, but then they went on vacation and they came back, and that he goes, the feeling he got from people was that they were doing it because the game is successful and they feel they should. And so he said after they came back from vacation, he says, all right, cancel everything. We're not doing it anymore. Cancel all the DLC, cancel everything. We're just moving forward. And he goes, I was waiting for people to be angry. The overall consensus was, thank God.
Yeah.
They are a creative people that likes to make new things, and DLC wasn't new things.
Yeah.
They wanted to move forward. And I'm glad to hear that, because it's not about a game that needs more content. It's a game that's complete. It does not need more content.
It is a complete game.
And so I love hearing that. That company definitely gives me the feeling of people that just want to make cool things and not just profit off of it.
I'm all for the next Divinity.
Yes, the next thing that they have said before they were going to work on is another Divinity. Yeah. And now that they have the expertise and the finances to make a Divinity that probably was beyond their wildest dreams. Because some of it is like, well, we want to really do this, but the 5e D&D manual doesn't let us. Divinity has no rules. So they can do whatever they want.
Being in the following a certain rule set.
I like it to a degree, but even then, they didn't follow the rules half the time. Apparently, you can only equip 3 magical items in 5e rules. In Baldur's Gate, you could equip as many as you wanted.
Yeah.
So there's already things that kind of were like whatever and they didn't care about, but they still had certain rules they kind of still had to follow. But in Divinity, they just don't care.
Yeah.
And Divinity definitely felt like a game where they were having fun. Baldur's Gate was more of we're having fun, but within some lines.
Too bad it still didn't save Hasbro's stock.
That's just there you go doing it.
They're part of Baldur's Gate.
Oh no, my goal.
We're drinking that little energy drink. She's like, she can't keep up with the kids anymore. She's got to down them. It's like, this will help me keep up with the kids, and then she immediately like falls over, passes out, twitches a little bit. Like, Captain? Like, darn kids, that Rainbow Dash, she's so fast. I used to be fast. I could be fast again. Just gotta drink more of these. It's like, what is that? It's the humans call it speed. Gonna make me go fast. I'm gonna beat you, Rainbow Dash. I always did kind of like that during the Equestria Games episode, Rainbow decided to fly with Ponyville, but in the end they didn't win. Cloudsail won. It was kind of like, yeah. And it was Spitfire and Rainbow Dash racing each other at the very.
There you go, Michael.
Spitfire had the head start. He won.
She's drinking her drink.
I do kind of feel like Spitfire was probably towards the end of her career as a Wonderbolt when the series ended.
Hold on, I know what we gotta do.
I think the one retired Wonderbolt was kind of implied to only be in his 40s.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah, there was that.
There she goes. She's doing her exercises. This is Rocky 4. Is it? Wait, we need to find Rocky 1. That's the Rocky. You know what?
Rocky Balboa. Yeah.
Okay, there we go. It's doing the half. Yes.
Okay. That's good. I'm gonna let Rainbow beat her this time. I'll go let the kids show her up. She still got it. She might be 35. But some tell her she should retire soon, but she's still the face. She's still showing.
Look at her go. The fencer. Guys go so fast. And I'm seeing it at 67 FPS. You guys are seeing it at 30.
I always have to imagine that has to be hard to get over some limitations. So bouncy. Check his butt.
That's funny. The slow pit was normal speed. Sounds like pony power now. I can see that. She does go speed. Oh, heck, the TCG. There's a card for the stallion named
Rainbow Blaze.
Oh, Blaze. There's actually like
The Rainbow Dash dad that kind of looked like her dad, but then wasn't her dad.
I was gonna make an inside joke animation for somebody that we were at the pony card game tournament, and he had a card that I don't remember if it was the enemy playing or him playing, but it ended up being the bane of his existence. And it was just this pony just standing there, like not even smiling, just like blank faced. And I still have that save file. I never ended up making something from it, but I was gonna make this thing of like there's this horse that just blankly stares at you the whole time and just like completely dominates you. Oh God, what was that? There's not much to it, but I did have a save file I made for
I
it.
gotta click that Michael knows me.
Sunny Smiles. That was the name of the card. Hold on. Yes, there it is.
She's cute.
Um,
That's a good horse.
Yeah, it was just this. And so this whole thing was, I was actually going to make her like with this thing. I can't remember the whole thing, but I was like actually working on this whole thing around this one trading card game card, Sunny Smiles. I don't know what it was. This is when an opponent discards a card, the card is +1 power to the end of the turn. But apparently like this card destroyed him like horribly. And it was this whole thing. And but we were, there was a local shop that was doing some of the card game tournaments in the game at the time, and wasn't playing the card game, but I went there to kind of just see the group and talk with people, and yeah, this was a funny card.
Well, if you discarded your whole deck after you summon that card, that money would be amazingly powerful for one turn.
Just point me to the problem and I'll be there. I'm not afraid to get my hooves dirty.
It's Cootie.
It's a mare.
Yeah. Cootie.
Name a mare that's not Cootie.
These are hard questions.
Yeah. But yeah, that was a video that was never gonna happen.
All the horses on Philly Fantasia. Remember that show?
No, that's not the same show. But yeah, that I don't think I ever opened that one, Sunny Smiles, because it didn't make any sense to most people without context, but I just thought of the context. So
I clicked that Michael No Smooch. You only got 3 minutes.
no.
I think I got turned into.
Oh, we're done.
I turned into an emote.
We're done. Didn't get all that much done, but we had some fun. So work on. Oh, actually, that was a lot. The keyframing for that was a little bit tough and trying to get all that locked in. But we'll finish up that.
Remember when you were just going to use the dance? You already had to animate it, and then I was like, "But no."
No, it. I actually like the idea.
Yeah.
It's not about. The other dance would have been easy, but this is more relevant. And I wish I could get the audio that they're doing, like wah 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 wah, but I don't know if I could extract that. There's too much other audio in the background. You can separate. Maybe I can actually. You can separate center channel, which is just their voicing out, but I believe that their voices do carry through the other channels. But you can use that voice channel to negate the talking from those other channels. But I don't want to have it where you can hear like usually there's like an echoey, ghostly sound in the background of their audio still. So I don't know. I might see if I can find equivalent. But anyway.
Yes.
I'll be back Sunday to do some gaming. Not sure what that game is yet. I got to check with some people to see what we're all available for. Last time we had some issues with just kind of I did last minute checks and people weren't available for stuff. So who's on right now? Paleo. Oh, Princess Peach thing came out. Princess Peach Showtime.
Oh, where she's actually the main character?
No, they just put her name on it.
I mean, I believe it.
Oh, when you need a friend to help you dispose of the body, call me Dirty Deeds. Remember my motto: when in need, call Dirty Deeds. I believe that's a DCAC reference.
DCAC? Love it.
Anyways, we're gonna head over there. Yeah, I'm not sure what game we're gonna play Sunday right now. I kind of want to do at least one more like filler before we potentially start anything with a narrative.
Play Baldur's Gate again.
No. That took 6 months.
Yes, it did.
I do want to start potentially something that's narrative driven, but nothing that's like 6 months worth.
Oh, this is really good. You would key up a Divinity 3 if it came out tomorrow.
I would,
Yeah.
but I don't want
And then
to.
we would all hate each other at the end of it.
Yeah. Any of those games, the first like 10, 15 hours kind of is rough. No, the first 5 hours are okay. Then once we start getting into our characters, it gets really rough because we start being demanding to each other. Once we really get into our characters, then it's perfect.
I know one cool trick to get through those first 10 hours really quick. It's your turn. Finish your turn.
I feel like if we play Divinity next time, you need to pick the most complicated class.
I will, and I'll finish my turn before you, or at least before Kyle. Either
Kyle's also distracted by life.
he doesn't.
You have no life.
I'm planning my turn while other people are taking their turns. I don't
But things
disappear.
change. And the amount of times
Not
I'm like,
enough.
I have planned my turn. I go to, oh, Michael already messed it up
Because I got it done.
because you did your turn first.
Got the job done.
Or by the time it's like, Michael, don't do.
Yeah, they're dead now.
Anyway, we'll head over to Paleo. We'll see you guys Sunday. If you guys have any recommendations for stuff to play Sunday, let me know. I think we played Overwatch last time. I don't mind doing some multiplayer stuff, but I just need to check with some people depending. I kind of wanted to do Helldivers last time, and I could always do that again, but it's just about who's available. Helldivers is just there's explosions everywhere. It's fun. But thank you to Sunset for moderating. As usual. So look at, I need to get all these overlays done so that when people sub and follow. But it makes it more fun when they do. We'll see you guys later. I don't even know what that Princess Peach Showtime is. It doesn't tell me anything about what it does.
It's like Kingdom Hearts over here.
Kyle invested in one of those things called life. Yeah, he's got a lot of life now. And I hate it. He needs to stop having so much life. Which usually is what a murderer says.
Stop having
Stop having life. See you guys later.
Well, bye-bye.
Diddly